Hello? Hello, hello. Oh, shit, son. I don't think I've updated my title. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be something Star Citizen, won't it? Have a look, see what it is. Oh, shit, I'm doing fine, mate. Boredgamer Star Citizen. It's super close to 2.6. Oh, no, what? No, I don't want to run a commercial. What are you doing? Yeah, right, that's better. Hello, 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 hello. Just click on that. Let's click on this. Whoa, 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 I'm not drunk! I don't know what you fucking guys are talking about. Look, okay, sometimes Evocati drives me to drink, okay? That's what it is. You right, Kieran? You right, these nuts? You right, Horny Hedgehog? You right, Darth Mulder? Helenium 3, Rezzles, Citizen Crom. Who else we got? Aggro Knuckle. Proxys is hanging around here like a fucking little fucking mod. Demon Wolflaw, Athene 22, Fufu Bar, Fat Docs. Oh shit. We've got Pedro's music and we just got fucking 50 bits from D's nuts, mate. I'm pointing at my balls. Yeah. Thank you very much, D's nuts. Much appreciated. Who else we got? We got Watch M90. We got Solar Fire. We got Smurfette 42. I fucking love that name. Got some Side Slide. Love you, Side Slide. Mwah. Right Guy. Leon Hardo. Clock Gaming. Some of you guys got really weird names that I can't pronounce. Ian Hayes, hello. Kilter. What else have we got? Greensha TV. Green Bean. Obviously Gieran. Love you, Gieran. I love you, Gieran, and also fuck you. Yeah? How's that?
Tricksy little hobbits.
Gieran pays me. Thank you very much, Greensha TV, for becoming a board gamer. Thank you very much for the sub. Gieran pays me per month as part of a Patreon thing that I set up for him to insult him. So I'll try and do that more often, a mixture on stream, but also as a way of me venting as well, telling him to go fuck himself. It's a beautiful service I provide. Clock Gaming, yeah. Whatever. What? Look, it's an adorable nickname for you, okay? Clockron Gaming, is that better? Okay, maybe you should have a name that's easier for me to say when I'm looking at it very briefly. Mate, I want coffee and biscuits. I got a cup of tea, but I did it wrong. I just ate, like Tesco's do these flat garlic breads, yeah? And, it's just loads of garlic on this lovely, like, pizza-y base, but no pizza sauce, no tomato. And put some mozzarella on, put some chicken on, put some sweet corn in. Fucking, it's your own little pizza, no tomato base. It's the best thing you've ever eaten. It might be a slight exaggeration, but they're pretty delish. And it's super cheap. Please, that's a private thing, mate. Yeah, okay, Kieran. Yeah, I don't know. Just send you ASCII dick pics and stuff as well. Yeah, no worries, man. It's a special thing just between us. So, today we're going to be talking... is the music level alright? I'll turn the music level a tiny bit down, I think. There we go. So today we're going to be talking about 2.6 as much as we can. It's going to come out super soon to wider PTU. I mean, isn't it? They said a few days. A lot of people thought for the weekend. I'm thinking for Monday. So like Monday or Tuesday, we should have hopefully a wider PTU build, which means loads of content creators, and especially your favourite ones, will have like hangar tours and all the normal bullshit you get before we do proper content. So we'll have loads of hangar tours of the new ships. We get to see the Caterpillar, the 85X, the Herald, the other one that I can't remember any of the time. What is the other one? The Hoplite, the Vanguard Hoplite. But also, fuck you, Sergio. It's too low. We can still hear you. I'm getting a bit pudgy around the neck. I've got like I had flu for like weeks, and it's just like congregating around my neck. Well, I haven't got the flu. Everyone else has got the flu, but I've just had a fucking swollen neck, like I got mumps or something. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about 2.6. We'll look at ATV. We'll look at some other bits and bobs of the news. We'll look at the newsletter. We'll do that probably first, very quickly. Have a look at the newsletter. Go over the week's news. I play a little bit of Star Citizen today, but we'll mainly be talking about it and looking at bits and bobs of Star Citizen because 2.6 is so fucking close. And doing anything in the old flight model now just seems redundant. No, that's true. I just feel that hangar tools are a little bit lackluster. Don't require any form of research. I mean, you can just jump in and walk around and go, yeah, I think that's an engine. Yeah, that's a sink. There's a toilet here. It's just... Thank you very much for becoming a Boredgamer, Darth Mulder. Much appreciated. So, that's one of the major things that's happened on my channel. I'm going to start setting up some hangar flare upstairs. That's one of the major things that's happened on my channel. I have become partnered now. People can subscribe to me, not just on GameWisp, not just on Patreon, but also on the thingamajig on the top right. And if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription or a Twitch Prime subscription, you can subscribe to me for free. That's my little face. We've also got that cup there. That's for bits. Those 50 bits looking lonely. Christmas. I swear to God, I turned off the hats. But thank you very much, guys. Like you've all been super supportive. Every single fucking cent, every single little tiny bit has helped a lot. And it's getting towards Christmas as well now. And 2.6, since we have 2.6, I'm going to be, okay. We're streaming Tuesdays, Saturdays and Sundays, 3 PM GMT. So the time I started today, that's the plan. If people want me to change my time slightly, please suggest times. I'm happy to mess around with them. Have I not got any flair on this account? There we go. Got a Warbond B. Oh. It's got the fish tank up. Yes, no. So, we are working on a genuine currency for eggs. You have to bear with me, though. You have to bear with me. Gaming immediately, where is my eggs? No. I've got something. We are working it out. Please be patient. Hopefully by Tuesday. 3 PM GMT. Twitches are the new public relations and advertise the brokers of games, and they can object to it. So we love our great Twitchers. So for Star Citizen, okay, there's very much gaming advocates like me, Twerk, Saurus, pretty much anyone that streams it as their main game or makes videos on it as their main thing, like STL Youngblood, Noobafire, Tactical Advance, all those guys. They are genuine gaming advocates. They love the game, don't require any form of payment to do fan service for the game. Not fan service, that's a bit sexy. You know what I mean? Like, they're enthusiastic fans. We love the game. So the more that CIT shows to us, the better. 2.6 is a lie. Nah, mate. I can't confirm or deny that 2.6 exists. So it's a weird thing that Eva Carty kind of can't talk about stuff. I haven't got much flair on this account, which is annoying. I'm just gonna hide in my bushes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look at the. I didn't mean a sexy fan service. No, not hand service. God damn it. Right. We're gonna click on here, and hopefully, no, yes. So let's have a quick look at the newsletter to start with. So, well, and the production report or the schedule report. So it looks like that everything's going to be pretty much done by the 14th. That's the new aim for everything. it's pretty close. So within 3 days, everything should be done for 2.6 is the idea, and they still are planning to release a live build of 2.6. So that's after PTU, a live build on the 16th. That's the current aims, and you can see that all of the particular bits and bobs and thingamajigs areas of the patch have all been sorted now, all getting there. Even the mega map, which is great, and which means that we'll be able to jump in between game modes much quicker, without keep on going in and out. They looked at bug quashing and all that sort of stuff as well. Facial idols are the thing that's taking them the longest, it looks like, for the Star Marine stuff. But hopefully we should have that wider PTU build, even if it's just first wave PTU. We should have that hopefully by Monday is what I'm thinking. So what we're thinking? What do we think we can expect from price and performance? It's a ball, the Misk Racer. I don't know. I mean, they need to have to be competitive with the other ships, but they don't have to be competitive in the same way, because the flight model will be changing heavily for racing now. So when Misk do their racing ship, it's going to be the, other than possibly the Herald, it'll be the first ship that has the new flight model in mind. Do you see what I mean? So they might try and go for really good performance when boosting, or really good performance when afterburning, or a huge fuel tank for afterburner fuel, or whatever. So I don't really know yet. But knowing Misk, they like to go for one step above Drake for like frills and stuff. So that's the way I sort of see them. I'll have to wait and see. So it's down a little bit more. So, okay, let's basically the schedule report. But next week, so Friday from 7 PM on the 16th, we've got the holiday live stream. Oh, it's all Christmassy! And I think that's probably the last week that CIG are there before the holidays and before 2017. We're not going to have an ATV on RTV next week, but we will have that holiday live stream. And on that live stream, we can expect to see 2.6 gameplay and features, a friendly international competition, more details on an alien race, a new concept ship, and details on the up-and-coming holiday promotions. So we've got ship sales, we've got a concept ship, hopefully some more details on whatever, I'm assuming whatever concept ship that race comes from. You see what I mean? Probably get more details on that race. It could be Tavaran, could be Banu, could be Xi'an, could be Vandal for all I fucking know. Could be a human ship. And they're just giving us more info about a different race. Squadron 42 demo, I mean, that's what a lot of us want and hope for. And we'll probably talk about that in a second. Actually, we will talk about that in a second. That's the first major thing we're going to. We will talk about what happened at CitizenCon, why that vertical slice wasn't shown, what is that vertical slice, and why do we think that it's going to be shown at the holiday live stream, and why do a lot of people think it needs to be shown, and why might it not need to be shown, all that sort of stuff. We'll talk about it. I want it to be shown, obviously. There's also a hashtag they want us to use, which is hashtag Into the Verse, which is actually a name of one of my series that I used to do, which I kind of still do occasionally, about game mechanics and thingamajigs. But hashtag Into the Verse when you're showing your thoughts about that holiday live stream. So we had a Vault update as well. We got to see some cool Castak Arm stuff, but also the December subscriber flare. It is a golden Herald. It's just a little tiny model. I'm not sure why I did that, but it's a small model, handheld. And then we got to see a sneaky peeky of the Caterpillar brochure, where it confirmed that these things, these teeth, as it were sensors to aid in docking, landing, and not bumping into stuff, basically, which I quite like. Also, this area is air shielded at the front. I believe it's the only part of the ship that is air shielded. That said, it also looks like it might be able to carry another 2 to 3 thingamajigs, dragonflies in there, in the front. So we said that we could carry at least 8 dragonflies in the Caterpillar previous, and I think that was excluding the front module. So maybe up to 11, well, maybe at least 11. Maybe we'll have to get loads more in the cargo bays. Who knows? If it fits, it sits, in my opinion. But I like the fact that it's going to have an air shield there, which is the same thing the Tavaran border has. Literally, you'll be able to pass through it without having to depressurize the hull. I think that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the Caterpillar brochure, actually. I need to have some of these made up, I think. Proper proper fake styly. I quite liked the... let's have a look at this, actually. This is pretty cool. So, someone got a 3D printer and printed out the bits for a caterpillar. And then painted it very roughly. But I think that's pretty cool, isn't it? Thank you very much, Brimstone, 666. Oh, it's been... Are you my first resub? You might be. Thank you very much, Brimstone. Much appreciated. Tread Pirate Roberts. So I think this is pretty cool. He's not going to draw cock and balls, is he? No, it's a skull. It's a skull. It's fine. It's not a cock and balls. It did look a little bit like a cock and balls, didn't it? Look, when he's starting here. Go. Oh, dick. It's good. Good job he didn't. I just think that's pretty cool. I'm thinking about doing a model game like Full Thrust with some 3D printed chips, which I'll look at doing when I got some spare time. I'm relatively good with setting up rule sets for that sort of stuff. But that was pretty cool. I quite enjoyed that. I'll actually link the... No, I won't. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Let's move that over here. We will open... Oh, thank you very much for the host. Auto hosts don't say stuff at the moment. Yes, I got a dick skull name. We're going to open a... We're going to close a raffle. We're going to reset a raffle. We're going to open a raffle. So, this raffle is for a piece of hanger fur and the Eli voice pack from HCS, which is Q from Star Trek. So you can talk to your Star Citizen ship and say, "Deploy flares! It's going to be what's going on with this ship," and it will tell you lore and stuff in game. So it's a companion, but also it's launch fire missiles, change weapons, all that sort of stuff. It's pretty useful. I don't know about the integration for Star Marine that they're going to have, but I will talk to them about that actually. Noobophile will probably know more about that, but I'm sure we're there to get something. Let's open that raffle. Damn. Exclamation point raffle like this in chat to get on that, and we'll draw that towards the end of the stream. But you can have hang up whatever. I'm not sure what hanger flower I've got. It'll be something nice. Let's grab you something. And you might be able to have a choice even. Become a horse. For anyone that was affected by me drinking heavily, maybe you should be better viewers and they wouldn't leave me to drink. No. Yeah, I do apologise for anyone that anyone was offended by me drinking. Sometimes I just do that because I'm a fucking monster. I will try not to do it so much then. Thank you very much for the bits. Much appreciated, guys. Slowly filling up that little cup. We have a load of 4 new emotes coming, which should be here by Tuesday. I'm waiting for them to be okayed by Twitch at the moment. It's got the chair, we've got ThriftBot, we've got stuff to do with me not being able to read chat because I'm a fucking idiot. So, what I want to look at in a second, I'm just going to read the chat. Which one of these is it? So, I want to talk about the Squadron 42 vertical slice. I know a lot of people are going to want to see it at the holiday live stream on the 16th, so on Friday. It might be there, it might not be there. It was supposed to be at CitizenCon, and it just didn't make the cut. They just hadn't got it finished. It wasn't polished up to the level they were. Oh my fucking god, what? You're the best, there's a fucking gem! What the fuck, get the fuck! Oh my god, he's trying to suppress your gem with fucking bits as well. Look at this. Oh my god, you're the best. I fucking love gems, mate. I'm a fucking dwarf mining for gold and fucking gems. Right, let's, I actually quite like that music. Is that race music? Oh, Petro, you are a genius. I do love you. I need to get Pedro back on the Redacted show, or even just, I can steal him for myself. Tell me what this volume's like, after, obviously, the intro bit. See, the volume is of my voice compared to theirs. No, so it doesn't need the same form of AI subsumption that the MMO does. Let's see them say something.
We're 2 weeks away from CitizenCon.
So, can you hear that? Is that good? Hello, Pesmed. How's it going? What is it with these bits? So bits are stuff that you can buy or get from watching adverts on Twitch, and then you can give them to content creators and give them to streamers, and it's basically, to them, it's money, and for the people giving it, they can give it in the form of like a mixture with emotes and stuff, and it's like a thing that appears on their channel. So it's sort of like, look, I've given you money, thank you, I love you. That's the way I see it, anyway. It's actually really fucking good. No, not waffle. Raffle. God damn it, I'm not trying to form wasp. Volume a little too low. Cool, thank you. Turn that up. That's max. And let's turn this up by another like 10%.
It's a little bit down to the wire right now.
What's that?
Chris has very high expectations,
So,
and I think a lot of us
After
do, and we all wanna
CitizenCon,
match
after
them.
basically Chris said that at
I think
CitizenCon,
together
we
with
were
the
going to get
directors and
a
Chris
Squadron
and
42
those
vertical
kind of
slice,
late
which was
night
going to
things
be
that we
a
have,
level,
we're able to actually deliver.
an entire chapter of Squadron 42, so about an hour's worth of gameplay we suspected of a fully polished.
We are 2 weeks away
section
from
of Squadron
CitizenCon.
42, going
So for
a whole mission,
CitizenCon,
looking
we're
at
actually
everything
working
from,
on
like,
two
possibly
demos.
ground combat,
Prog
boarding,
Planet V2, also known as
pre-mission,
Homestead,
mission
and
briefing,
a full chapter
flight,
of
getting your shit, all
Squadron
that sort of
42.
stuff. So an entire mission. Not entirely,
We've
entirely sure
planned
it's going to be
for
an
this
mission.
for
The idea
several
of
months in
vertical slices
advance.
kind of
It's
shows
a matter
up
of getting
everything
things
in the game.
polished
It's
now
a
and
slice of
getting
a
things
cake.
in
You
and
don't get the whole
looking
cake.
good.
Get just
So
a slice,
unusual
but you see
Star
them,
Citizen
get to
style,
sample the
everything's
entire
coming in
thing.
hot, but I think we're looking
And they
good.
didn't
We are
make
based
the
in
deadline.
different
It just-
continents.
they
So
didn't
you're
make
basically
it.
getting a 24
So
hour
this
cycle, and we have a handoff which
was
means that we
showing
pretty much
what
have
they
concurrent
did
development going all
do
the
for
time
CitizenCon,
between studios.
and
Squadron 42
what they didn't.
chapter is a lot.
kind
I
of-
mean,
what didn't make
to
it
do
count.
a full playthrough of all the action was
We
over an
we
hour.
see little bits of them walking
We're
around.
trying
what
to
appears
sort
be
of
an
give people a
Idris.
snippet of what Squadron 42 is going to be about.
We have some new
Squadron 42.
costumes, we have some new characters, now we're going to have
some
all the
of the,
hairstyles in there,
unpolished
so it's
models.
probably the biggest implementation of character tech that we've seen so far.
So each deck crew, there's 8 different colors of deck crew. We know what the person's name is. We know what their job's title is. We're really fleshing out every part of a ship. So you can walk around and follow a character around and know if you want to follow around the sanitation guy,
Is that a bit
you
better?
can follow around the sanitation guy. Squadron for us, for the character team specifically, is really important. We didn't put in 10 characters. We put in, as far as I remember it, up to 70
better?
characters
Apologies.
in this demo.
And it's challenging. We have a lot of challenges.
We might not get it all right, but we're all going to die trying. Basically, it's one of those things. So you just keep going until Chris says stop. Fingers.
There we go. That should be alright.
Crossed.
A lot of my role has been.
That should be a bit better.
producing,
These nuts, thank you very much.
demo.
Look at your cup.
Said, let's
Oh shit,
up it
son.
and put a whole javelin there, and let's bring.
You got
in
quite a few in
Sam
there. Good
Storm,
job.
Let's get some Sam Nomads, and then I was like,
So
have
yeah,
a
so
big
what I
look
was
at
saying
it,
is
you know,
that
it's
the
like,
vertical
very
slice
funny
of what we're
Chris, but no,
expecting,
I'm
what we were
The giant
expecting to see at
sandworm.
CitizenCon is a slice of a cake. It's the
Yeah, that's scary.
it's a sample of
I
the
don't know how that thing's going
of Squadron 42, where we see
In the
kind
PU,
of all of the
you don't
gameplay
have to play as a
available.
pilot. You can
I
play
hope
as
you
any
can
type
hear
of
me
character
much
you
better now.
want.
Excellent, fantastic.
So I really wanted
so
to make sure we
we
brought
were
a
expecting that for
character that
CitizenCon.
looked
They didn't deliver.
very different
This
from what we
video
had
came out
before.
afterwards
I've been
explaining
working on
what they'd done for
Desert Nomad
CitizenCon.
character. We're
And
trying to
what they did
push
do was
our
pretty cool.
tech
The
for our
3.0
game.
planets demo,
It has a
V2
lot of
planet tech was cool.
cloth,
But we were
a lot
expecting
of
to see
frayed
that Squadron
cloth
42
edges.
I'm very proud of that
slice as
character.
well.
I think he's probably
So
one
they
of our
do
best
show
looking
lots of bits and bobs
characters that we
for
have
Squadron
to date.
42 here.
We're
which
trying
is
to
good.
build these really complicated foundation systems that are going to support massive structures to
It is
come when we
indeed a
expand
glass
the persistent
or a
universe
see-through
into
cup.
this
Could be a plastic
huge
cup.
entity. It's
You know,
not a
you
technical.
know it's fucking made
we're
of.
actually showing
Fucking
off
not made of
what
glass,
the
I tell you
system
that, it's made of
we've built,
pixels.
and that
James
foundation
Trombone.
is going to support.
We got a lot of new
so-
features. They're going to be, and new assets that are going to be appearing.
We're putting in new functionality, like the stealth kill.
So yeah, we're going to see
Most
all
excited
of the
about seeing it all
gameplay
come together
when
on
we
the
get to see
day.
that vertical
And
slice.
seeing the excitement
From
hopefully from
pre-mission
fans.
to briefing
We're
to getting
really
into your
trying to get
ship
as many features in there and
to
get them as
launch
polished as possible.
to flying a
Show
mission,
you
possibly
that
boarding
we're
or
making the
ground
dream
combat
reality.
or whatever,
We're
and then
prepping
finishing the
for,
mission and going
a
back.
really big
It's
show.
an hour
It's gonna be pretty
chapter is what
exciting.
we're
We have to make
expecting,
sure this is one of the
and a
best
fully
CitizenCons
polished
ever.
near
Challenging
final
set.
release mission. It's Cameron. Have a bit of Cameron.
It's been quite a big challenge because we've really pushed the boat out with the scope for this
Does
one.
look like a shot glass. But you can't tell the scale though, really.
All the features we can possibly cram into the experience that will be Squadron 42.
Okay, so do we
so
think these people
what they didn't get hit. So that's a fucking bug. Squadron 42. So it looks like they're walking around in Idris.
You open up folders and there's just so much stuff that just needs to be completed.
But obviously there were some major bugs and
pretty
blockers they just didn't have time to do.
Squadron 42, so many new things.
Hopefully we're going to get this for the holiday live stream. Well, they haven't talked about it, which would lead me to believe that they're more likely to have it for them because I think they know surprising people is probably the better thing. I see through you, Chris. I fucking see through you. I know you're doing it.
I understand. I'm pretty frustrated on that side because it's the thing that makes them.
So the Moritor was obviously very low quality.
Otherwise, it looks like sort of kind of your typical bad game AI.
But I can't guarantee that we can get to fixing all the retarget problems with everything else we're trying to do at the same time.
So it looked like that they were relatively close, and if they had just focused on one, they would have been able to do it.
And showing up for a playthrough, but
broken his arm. That's what a guy had a broken arm. It's like, no!
Earlier on to sort of call out like animation changes or whatever we want.
No, don't get your hopes up. But I mean, I'm just saying what my opinion is. I am a hype fucking engine, so keep that in mind. Fucking love Cake Knee.
I'm hoping the animation that I see at the end of your video isn't what we're calling the final one, because basically it just comes out of the ground and goes, and then we pull out. So
I hope he is a scary boss. I mean, you want to be motivated to work, and you don't want to be super friendly with your boss.
Communication is one of the big
you can see like Forrest just fucking loves him, and is super like confident around and stuff. But you want him to motivate you, and you want to be slightly in awe of him and go,
these moments are, crucial.
Every boss that I've had that's been like a matey boss, and when I've been a matey boss, shit,
you might already be behind.
You spend hours upon hours making something look perfect, and then you put it in the game and you see it move. It doesn't look as perfect as you thought.
So obviously this was the
not anybody's fault. It's just the process of
planetary
in a collaborative
tech stuff
space.
I'm not against the scanning thing you talked about, Hannes, if that can work. I mean, I just want to sell the narrative of you're like, you've got a general distress. You've got a beacon, you've been looking for something, and then you basically have to get closer and closer and get more and more fidelity to find and recover this stuff.
This guy Chris, the shorts and his feet on the table.
Does it work all the time? Is it only if you do it in certain ways? Is it only being triggered in certain ways? That's very different than being in like an isolated controlled test level where you know it's going to work every single time. Because then when you put it into the game,
thank you so much for all the auto hosts as well, guys. Adding content creators to your auto host list is really useful. It just increases their exposure, their SEO. People find them more on YouTube and on Twitch and that sort of stuff. It is really cool.
For some reason, that console.
So this is 3 days before CitizenCon, so they still thought they could actually get the Squadron 42 vertical slice ready by then.
We got some bugs currently with the
I fucking love that bug. I'm sure a beer bottle fell down there as well. It's nice to know that the Oyster Rove there is made of individual components, which can
doing a lot of rewriting of a lot of the AI code and the AI.
I believe that was a hand keyed animation. That wasn't mocap.
Especially within the animation, start to look a bit broken. These are, in some cases, really enormous systems, and trying to get them all done kind of at the same time is overwhelming.
It's crazy. It has like data bank entry, and then it has scanner data for the entry, and the scanner data has like
It's important that as a visionary for his game, that he keeps it as close to the vision as he can, but some people can rein him back if it's like not doable, which was what Aaron and
our job for the most part is the city's on fire.
Basically what mainly Aaron's role is, I suppose. Some of the other high-level guys will go, no, because we can't do that. And Steve Bender is the same. And oh god, Tony Zerovic and stuff would go, no, we can't do that. Or that's not feasible for this moment.
I have not been sleeping.
It's all important. They work together.
I've been having sleepless nights about CitizenCon for over 8 weeks.
So, obviously, it's crunch time for video games. They do this a lot, and I expect until Christmas or until at least the 16th, there will be a heavy crunch time from Security where they'll learn as much overtime as possible to try and get 2.6 into the most playable best state as possible, because they could remove some game mechanics from 2.6 if they weren't 100% ready to meet the target release date. That's what I suspect.
All the indirect shading on the particles.
Obviously they want to... So this is the Squadron 42 call.
We know we're not going to have the section on the Idris ready with the thing done well polished through and looking awesome.
Right.
So if we just show it, it's like without stuff working properly, I just don't think we're getting that. We should get that mail out tonight to the guys in the UK and say focus on that.
So Chris obviously didn't want to make the call yet about going no-go on the Squadron 42's vertical slice.
Well, that was a call we're going to make tomorrow.
Yes, it was, but I think if we do it now, we get 2 full days on it rather than just one, which is Saturday.
This is all the thing that
Hey, Carl,
Aaron's supposed to do. He will make. He's a reality maker, whereas Chris will try and keep the vision as strong as possible and go, no, we need to push harder to do this.
So the
I
decision
think it's
not
beautiful.
to show
It's,
242 after everyone working so hard and
I like
actually
the dynamics of the company here.
Company, I would say.
Thank you very much for all the
more
autos.
of the
Much
company
appreciated.
We're working on
Oh, Jesus Christ.
42. So it's by far the most ambitious of the ones that we've gone for. So it was tough to work, and people were working quite a long, because we've been working towards this for a long time. It's not something we started a few weeks ago. We're working towards it for a long time. So it's tough to get there and not quite cross the finish line.
I saw everybody here working hours and hours late into every day, you know, putting their time.
For me, it's much more important that they actually get major releases done.
The decision was absolutely
and the game
right.
done rather than
I
show off
absolutely
vertical
agree
slices
with
and
it.
stuff. Although I
It was
desperately
right
want
until
this
the very
vertical slice
end.
now.
We
Like,
were starting to make some
this has become very
decisions that
important to me now.
More about fixing it for the demo versus fixing.
I'm always
it for the game.
juxtaposed
Let's not
about
just give
everything.
somebody a taste of something and show a little bit of progress. Let's show a snippet that really shows it dialed in. And we also have a level of quality that
I don't know
we're not
what
gonna
the
set
thing
down.
is.
It'll pay dividends when people see it.
The good
Yes,
thing
they're
about
great,
it
but
is actually
it's
a
the company
huge
in general,
amount of
the
work.
higher ups
Squadron
all there.
42, we really moved it forward. We actually
pretty,
answered a lot of issues,
pretty
and
awesome.
solved a lot of technological issues,
Brian
which
Chambers
means that
as
actually
well.
it really
I love
pushed us
Brian,
very
so I know him
close
personally.
to
He's a
getting
good chap.
something that we
Them
can
all
show
pretty
the
much, I
community.
think,
That's
now.
basically where we are now.
Except
Is
for
we're basically
Eric
working
Davies,
on getting
Kenny Zurich.
Squadron 42 to a level where we can give it to the community. You know,
Yeah, they're all good
as
chaps.
soon as possible.
Yeah.
We were splitting resources between the two, and it was really tough.
Can't speak
for
about
some
individual
engineers
employees
because those
really,
engineers are being
because I
pegged
don't know.
for
Not
both
sure how much they're
demos.
paid.
It was
I
actually
see
a
they're paid quite
relief
low.
for a lot of people because then they were able to like
Notoriously in the
focus
game
and
industry, you're
jump
paid
onto
quite
the project
a
and help out.
lot lower than you should be.
Now give more
GJ
resources
Lawman
over
has just become a
to
board gamer.
just
Thank you very
this
much
one
for
demo
the
and
sub.
make it really good.
We basically pulled over the entire team to Homestead.
The passenger lift's not working on the
So Chris is allowed
So
to
we
be a
need to get the
perfectionist
passenger
as
lift
long
working.
as there are people in the company that
We don't want to start
pull him
slave
back
outfit.
or
Why do we have
go,
the gigantic
great, that's the
radar
vision,
thing?
now this is what we can do at every stage. That's important. That's and sometimes he'll push them to do more than they think they can, and sometimes they'll have to rein Chris back exactly what the vision
investigate
is.
goes away.
What is
It should be
doable with the
distress
vision.
signal cluster,
Which I like.
distress beacon, because you don't have HUDs tell you.
At least that's how I imagine the dynamic working.
That was cool.
The thing is going to be the level of detail in our procedural worlds. People have
I
done
did a
procedural
video
worlds
on more
before,
referrals
but the
actually.
level of detail
Thank you
we're
very much,
bringing
Twike, for the
to it
host.
is
Much
something
appreciated.
No one has seen before.
I'm most worried about the usual thing. You know, will it go all right in the night?
I am planning
we think
to,
we've done everything
for
possible.
my subs,
Think
for my
it'll be great,
Patreons, and
but
for my
you
Game
never
Wisp
know.
supporters,
We always do
I am planning to do a referral system where, because I've got all the referrals I need now, I'm planning to do like an auto-refer system for them.
Production,
So
these are
that
some of the more fun
embedded in my
times, but also
videos,
some of the more
randomly
stressful
put someone's
times. Our job
sub
becomes
in.
more people focused
to
and calm.
refer in. There's a
and,
helicopter going on my
towards
house,
the
just be
great
aware of
goal
that.
at the end.
But you just have to just stay on it and just keep on, you know, one by
We'll,
one,
we'll
just
do
knock
stuff
over,
like that. Also, there's
you know,
ways
each of the
to
milestones
win
and keep on
being
delivering
featured
that
on my
stuff.
channel and stuff, so hopefully that will get you some subs, whatever. But there are just generated, you'll be part, just sharing your stuff on social media and that sort of stuff can really, really help with getting referrals and recruits. Just don't spam people with it. CitizenCon was a cool thing.
Hey guys, we are on the show floor at CitizenCon 2946. As you can tell,
people
it is
actually went there, had a great time.
wild
The presentation
here. The show is
itself was a
about to
little
start.
disappointing
Thank you guys so much
because
for
they were
tuning
talking
in.
about Spectrum and
What
stuff,
does
and I
Star
thought that was a
Citizen
bit
mean to you?
sort of like just to fill the void of Squadron 42 versus nice not being there. Although Spectrum is very important, it's going to be very cool. Spectrum is the new kind of
We are going to go to
communication platform
demo.
that will be in game and
This
will
is
be
all
multi
100%
kind of platform.
live
So you'll be able to
in the
use it on your
engine,
phone, you'll be able to use it on the
in
desktop,
real
you'll be able to
time.
use it in game, and you'll be able to do all of your
go.
stuff that you want to do, all your like org management and that sort of stuff, and talking to all your people in game and out of game,
like they
all
always
through
are
that platform.
right before release, are the unknown.
Yes, for people that went there, I had a great time.
And the anxiety.
I just, from watching it, I was disappointed there was no Squadron 42 slot. But excited because it's been fantastic. But they haven't done the same level of promises for the day live stream, and I suspect that it's going to be amazing. I'm hoping it now. I'm like, oh, it's hyped. Oh, it's disappointing. No. It should be good. It should be good. I quite enjoyed the anniversary live stream as well. That was very good. They haven't promised any specific things other than a concept ship and talking about an alien race and some gameplay and stuff. Oh no, I'm not. I'm. There you are. That should be significantly better now. I'll just turn up my mic.
Like the Star
Fuck
Wars
it.
game we never got. It was just amazing.
Hype.
Nobody else
I
could do a
do.
show like that.
The planet side stuff, that demo really just, I mean, it was stunning.
I'm glad I hit the sniper shot. That was a nice one.
Blew my mind.
I thought it was awesome. Are you kidding me?
The Dune reference, it just does not get enough love in sci-fi.
I'm speechless of how good it came out. It's got like space worms.
What we showed was really just sort of us using those tools to put something together fairly quickly with all the work.
No, my mum likes I think my mum got disconnected at the moment.
Compelling worlds.
There somewhere.
At
Need to
scale,
tidy up my room. After the stream, I'm gonna tidy up my room.
An efficient
And probably
timeline
nap.
that
I still got this
allows us to
fucking
build a whole
flu in my
universe,
fucking
which is what we're
throat.
trying to do with Star Citizen.
The game will come out when the game comes out, and in the
Hey, not so.
meantime, we're seeing the development, we're seeing behind the curtain, and we're playing aspects of the game that are just stunning.
I definitely backed the right game.
I've been doing this stuff for 20 years, and the fan involvement and the fact that the fans care so much.
So it's important that they set those dates and those internal schedules, and it's fine for them to disappoint us. That's fine. We're mature. What's not fine is that they promise stuff. And say this is going to be in when they don't need to, and it's not. That's not fine. So I don't think they do that again. But showing us the internal dates with a schedule report, that's a fucking great step. Because then you go, well, these are our internal target dates, and they do move, but you can see them now. And they show us all the bits for future patches. So I'm hoping
I think
that
I've
as soon as
mentioned this before,
2.6
but
is
it's
out,
the first
that they move that
gaming
up to
community that I've ever been a
3.0. I'd
part
love
of,
to see that before Christmas,
and
but I
I'm
think that's
biased to say
unlikely.
that it's the
I suspect
best
that'll probably be the
gaming
first thing they
community
do when we come back from
I would
holidays.
personally like to thank all of the community, because if it weren't for you all, I don't know how I could do my job.
But you wouldn't be able to do your job, Sandy, if there wasn't a community. Because literally, it's one of your jobs, isn't it? Right, so that was what I wanted to show you from the Road to CitizenCon. So hopefully we'll get that vertical slice, which is the gameplay, a whole chapter, an hour possibly of gameplay from Squadron 42. And I'm hoping to see that on the 16th, so next Friday. It's going to be cool. What else have we got today? So, and this is what we're after for 2.6. We're after the quality of life update for Arena Commander and some new stuff for the PU, but also Star Marine. I mean, that's the big thing. Twerk played it at the anniversary live stream. He got invited down with DJ Knight, and the devs played it basically against each other with Tyler and Disco there. As well as Twerk, looking sexy as an outlaw. And in this mode, the point capture mode, it's two teams just fighting for supremacy in a very Titanfall 2-esque point capture. Breaking glass there. But from all accounts of people that have actually played it, at that event, they said it was very, very good and very addictive and quite fun. And it does look like quite a generic shooter at the moment, but it does look quite pretty, and it should be pretty fun. It's something that we can keep on playing and earn rec on and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much excited to start playing that on my stream, hopefully from Tuesday. Please, CIG, please. Oh, so I'll go through the concept ships that they could be in a minute as well. I wonder if I've got a list. Make a list. We can make a list. We'll make a list together of ships that it might be for concept. Oh, the jet bike, yeah. So there was implied that there was a jet bike or something that wasn't the Dragonfly. That was such a weird little encounter when they were fighting there. This video's only a couple of minutes long, so let's go through this. I want to go through what we think that, because I know from leaks a list of ships that are coming out, and also there was a few bits talked about on the anniversary live stream that, or at least written about ships coming on. So we know that there's a Misk Racer coming out next year. We know that there's an older Anvil ship, which is going to be, I think, quite tanky. And I think that is going to be the Anvil Hurricane. And there's the new Aegis ship, which is sort of like super high tech. And I assume that it's either going to be an e-warfare ship or a stealth ship, and that is probably the Aegis Eclipse. What else do we have? We know we're going to have at least 2 more alien ships. On the whiteboard leak a while ago, we saw a Banu something, and I don't think it was the Merchantman. People were saying maybe it's the Merchantman or whatever. Maybe the Marksman, something similar to that. So possibly a new Banu ship. I would expect a smaller ship that might be multi-role, or it might be more... it's probably like to be multi-role if it's Banu. I always see them as like Spanish Armada kind of galleons with their ships, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. WikiLeaks indeed, no. Do you reckon Origin's going to make the space bike? Origin has to make a space bike now that you've mentioned that, because that would be the most beautiful space bike in the world. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I mean, if it's not an Origin space bike, then you might have to. I mean, the Misk Racer. I mean, that could be a jet bike or space bike or whatever. So maybe we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, there's also an Origin 600, which is going to be. I think they mentioned it on the anniversary stream as well as a multi-crew ship. I think it's going to be their answer to the Constellation Phoenix. So Origin 600 ship is supposed to be an elite ship, and obviously it's going to be very luxury orientated. So I expect something similar to Constellation Phoenix from that. I'm not sure if we're going to get any more Vandal ships until Squadron 42 drops, and neither am I sure if we're going to get any Kurthak ships. So the Xi'an need a ship. They need more ships. Let's get rid of that. So I did want to look at Lawmakers later. I also want to look at around the verse, because there were some cool bits and bobs shown in there. Was there anything else in the production schedule? Other than everything's going to be hopefully ready for the 14th. I don't think there was. They did speed up. They obviously had that a little bit of a pushback, and then they kind of sped up. And I think it's to do with the crunch. But at the moment, 2.6 is with the Vocati, and we're expecting wider PTU any day. I don't think they do much on the weekends, although crunch time they probably fucking do. A load of them probably working. This is the mega map, which is going to be cool as well, so that's allowing us to jump in between game modes much faster. Oh wow, got 313 views. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated for joining me. I mean, I'm just talking about some Star Citizen bits and bobs, what we're expecting from the holiday live stream on the 16th. We know that we're going to have a concept ship, and so we were discussing what exactly we thought concept ship was going to be. Do we think there are any other concept ships that it might be? Also, you think there might be an Aegis version of the Dragonfly? So we think that there might be another space bike. Yeah, I doubt. military makers would make bikes unless they're a utility military vehicle or something. Yeah, that was what we're trying to decide. So it could be a lot of different things. It could be that. It could be the new Anvil ship. It could, which is like the Hurricane. It could be the Eclipse from Aegis. It could be lots of different things. It could be the Origin 600. Yeah, but I think they said the Origin 600 will be released next year. But the next year is the year of many game mechanics, going from planetary landings, which is obviously fucking huge, to mining and refining, to repair, salvaging stuff, farming, and the medical system with rescue, and then later, well, at the end of the year for 4.0, what we're expecting is extra jump points. So we might have an issue like we have at the moment where that gets pushed over to 2018. We'll have to wait and see. I do suspect, with the release of Squadron 42, again suspected early 2017 for the release of Squadron 42, that they'll have a load more assets to be able to work on the main Star Citizen meat and bones. That is true. There is an Aegis Reclaimer, but that suits a very industrial role. It suits a very important role that the military would also need. And you see military JCBs and stuff. So let's jump into around the verse. I was having problems with Star Citizen connecting to servers, and that's why I'm talking mainly about Star Citizen today. Wow. 4.0 is meant to be in 2017, we think. We kind of think. Yeah, consolidated outlines would take more likely to take risks and contracts and stuff. That's really quite true. To get more of a market share and stuff.
Host, animation director Steve Bender, and
so with that, this volume of this video and my voice, can you hear both? Am I able to talk over the video without it ruining everything, and vice versa? So if it's concept ship, it's normally been modified for human consumption. So it normally happens. Which was the website with the timeline? 1 second. Let me give you the production report. The production schedule. At the bottom of that tells you what's in the patches. Yeah, so 4.0, based on previous history from CIG, is more suspected to be in early 2018, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see how much progress they make next year. No worries, man. No worries at all. They sound muffled. Thank you very much. I can sort that out. Let's do that. That should be good.
Supervisor for Stefan.
For Stefan.
And happy ATV to you, Steve.
It's extra creepy here. We're talking about the frosting later. So this is ATV. This is probably the last ATV this year. In fact, it is the last ATV this year. And they talk about some Squadron 42 stuff with animations and bits and bobs, which is why I think the vertical slice is probably done, because they didn't go into too much depth, and they didn't show too much about some stuff, which I suspect is a surprise for the Squadron 42 stuff. In fact, let's have a look.
How about we start with a quick update on Alpha 2.6? So the Evocati are hammering away at the build and helping us test Star Marine, Pirate Swarm, all the new ships, Spectrum, and more. A lot of progress has been made so far, and the team is smashing a ton of bugs every day.
We are hoping to release 2.6 for a wider PTU testing within the next few days, so that we can get...
So this was obviously from Thursday, I genuinely suspect we'll have a wider PTU from Monday.
More backers contributing to the issue council. Until
Super
then,
short episode.
You can hop onto the website to view the latest details on our up-to-date production schedule report to see where every single thing is at.
We've also been busy getting everything ready for the holiday live stream on Friday, December 16th.
QA has begun running through what we're going to show, but with all 2.6 work going on, we reached out on the forums for some local Los Angeles backers to come into the studio and lend a hand with the playtesting and preparation, and so far it's been a significant help.
Well, so much help that we might reach out to the forums again in the future when the need arises in LA or at the other studios.
Now let's head to Austin for this week's studio update.
Hey guys.
Oh, what's my favorite Christmas food? I mean, it's kind of all of the Christmas foods together, not at the same time, that I kind of quite like. At the moment, this is my Christmas treat. It's a giant stack of wasabi peas. I really like hot and spicy things. I was going to eat some more, but they're really crunchy. And why they might deafen people. That's a lot of wasabi on them, and they're fucking lush. I'm doing very right. I'm doing good.
Hey, it's Jake Ross here, producer of the Austin Studio, here with you this week to talk about what's going on here in Austin. Want to pass it over to Jay Brush.
One day, Jake Ross is going to take over the entire studio with his giant man beard.
And Daniel Craig to talk about what's going on the ship animation team.
I hope he's growing
Lately,
into
we've been
games
focused
released.
on updating the user experience inside these spaceship cockpits. A lot of that has to do with the...
So this is something that wasn't really talked about too much. So they've got the new eye stabilization stuff in the cockpits as well now. You see the difference between the old one and the new one.
reactions you get when banking, accelerating, decelerating, and updating the GeForce blend spaces
It's a bit
to
too,
give the user
aggressive before.
this real visceral experience of being inside a modern, futuristic...
Eye stabilization is much more complicated for Star Citizen because they've unified the first-person and third-person models. So the idea is that whatever you see someone doing, they're actually doing it directly from their point of view as well. So if I'm firing a gun, my bullets are coming out of the barrel of my gun. They're going exactly where you can see them going. Obviously, that's an issue for network code, and that's an issue for most games don't unify first person and third person. I think it's just Arma is the only other game that does it other than Star Citizen. But using an eye stabilization technology, they need to make it so that you are looking and doing what you're doing, and it's in third person as well. And so if someone else is viewing you, that's what you're doing. But they don't want you jittering all around the place, because if you put a camera on someone's head and you were doing what you were doing, you'd be looking all over the place and it'd be crazy. So your eyes kind of do a stabilization thing. Look, the camera's gone blurry now. Couldn't deal with me eye stabilizing.
space fighter out there, you know, and
one is better.
So we're really excited to be working on that. In addition to that, we are updating the Caterpillar, which is a larger ship, and it actually uses some of the main metric seats that we have in the Freelancer. So this allows us to repurpose animations. You know, we don't have to create unique animations for every single ship. It allows us to...
So this is one of the cool things I like as well, and we're talking more about it in the ATV. So they reuse a lot of animations where they can. So some seats are totally reusable with the animations, and some benches, and some doors, and some ladders. So anytime they can reuse an animation and it looks good, that's what they want. They want universal animations as much as possible.
Get these ships done faster and quicker out to you.
So we've been editing and implementing the combat speeds for the ships, ship animations. Earlier this year when we did the shoot, we created templates based off the models. So the animations we actually got out of it are very close to the actual models in game, which helps when you're implementing. It goes a lot faster when the hand actually reaches where it's supposed to. Where before we were a little bit more flexible and it wasn't 100% accurate. Now we have the model. So
the combat animations are like the medium speed animations. That's the way I see them. So on the right is the combat animations. They look a lot better, but also when you're going into combat and it's not, your ship's not going to explode, but you are still trying to do something quickly, that's the combat animation. They will have emergency animations, which will be like the top speed animations, which will be like, my ship is coming to explode if I do not jump out of the cockpit quick enough, or whatever.
Models based on it, built on set, so that helps a lot. Ultimately, we're trying to get all the combat speeds in this year for all the current ships and the upcoming ships. And in the near future, we'd like
the new ones just look so much better.
To also get the emergency speeds, which are even faster than the combat, and the walk speeds, which are going to be the slower ones, in, so that when the player enters or exits, it's depending on the situation, the speed will change.
Nor was
So if you're
repeats
trying
to
to
me.
get out fast, it'll go super fast, and if you're trying to kind of role play slow, then you can.
Who role plays slow? That's what I'm sure some people
All
do.
right, awesome. Thanks, guys. Let's get an update on the Hornet improvements that Chris Smith has been doing.
So lately I've been working on the rework of the original Hornet S7C model. It's, you know, the original model that was in the original trailer, essentially. It was slightly reworked a little while ago, but this time I was tasked with really bringing it up visually to, to match up with the rest of the ships. And on top of that, I was also tasked with doing a special livery version for that, which was called the Wildfire.
So this is cool. This is the new Hornet models, which all Hornets will be updated to. And I really like them. As I believe it is improvements from the F7A, which have trickled down. And they do this also. Yes, we may be able to play some Star Sets later. The servers weren't working earlier. Not for me, anyway.
Let's have a look. So here we have the new Hornets.
Fair enough. I want to go slate my 819.
Which are actually the original Hornets, but they've just been remodeled, essentially. So really nothing changes on the model itself. Well, on the functionality or anything dimension-wise, everything stays the same. All I've done is basically go through and clean up the model itself, add our new modeling techniques with the palm detail and the new materials that we use, and basically bring.
So basically, they haven't done massive changes to the models. They've just brought them up to higher quality standards and done little tiny remodels and just cleaned up bits and made stuff as lower poly as they can, so it's less of a performance drain, but also made it look nice and solid.
Bring the ship up to the level of our other current ships that we have in the game. So here you can get a good look at just how I changed it. It's a lot smoother. If you remember the old one, the textures aren't quite as clean like this. For example, I have the old model over here.
So this is they're comparing the F7CM, this is the Super Hornet, to the Hornet rework. So the Super Hornet is getting a rework as well, and we'll get all the same improvements and everything, but obviously its cockpit's slightly different and that sort of stuff, so it requires a little bit more love.
Kind of gives you a good visual standard of where it came from. So here's the old model, and here's the new model. And so as I did this model,
I mean, the wings definitely make more sense here, and it definitely looks a lot more clean. So
the Hornet, the basic Hornet model, is shared throughout all the variants.
All they did was change the color.
All the other variants use the same mesh as the basic F7C. So here we have the new updated F7.
Looking at the models very regularly, I can see a difference. It's not huge though. It definitely looks better. I mean, the wings have changed, and some of the lines and stuff have changed. But it is basically just a better looking model, and it should perform a lot better because there is less polys in it.
C model. Take a look at the bottom. Some of the components haven't been updated quite yet, but they will as well. As you can see, it's just a lot cleaner overall. And that was the main goal for this. So as you can see here,
nicer curves on it, it looks like, as well, but lower poly count. So it's insane.
You can kind of see here I've modeled the wing in. Now it doesn't just smash into the geometry like on the old model. So I'll move on to the other models. Since it all shares the same mesh, all the other models will get updated as well. So here we have the Hornet Ghost.
So now
some of the materials
rest of them are basically just a couple of different components. That's pretty cool at the back. And different skin.
Then we have the radar equipped Hornet. So as you can see, all that updated mesh just propagates to the other models, which is very cool.
I mean, maybe you can have a.
And so here we have
couple of torps
special edition F7C
on the F7C.
Hornet.
Maybe
this one has a special story to it. It was piloted by Aria Riley, and this was her special paint job that she used, and she really was fond of the Hornet F7C.
So the Wildfire is just the F7C Hornet, but it's got the ball mount from the Super Hornet, which you could buy separately anyway, or at least rent separately. So just bear that in mind. It is the standard F7C hull. Other than that,
and so we turned this one into a special version for that, which comes with the custom decals that we created for this. Also made a little nose art treatment in sort of a classic style.
Although you guys are more than welcome
Again,
to discuss any
got the updated
leaks you
mesh
want in
and
chat.
everything.
I can't discuss lots of particulars with
I've also
2.6.
updated the cockpit
Any
of the
intentions and things.
F7C. If we swoop in here real quick.
Yes, I
I've
do
really
think
kept the style
that's one of the
it
things
the
they were
same.
doing
I
for
didn't really
the
change
LA.
the style of it, but mainly the model
I think that's one of the.
cleaned up.
I think they did come to get people in to test stuff for the live stream. I do. I'm not sure what. Oh, thank you very much for the host, Scorpion. Much appreciated. Yeah, so they are doing some form of regional event at live stream. I suspect it might have had something to do with that. I wonder if it's something that we can get involved in, or if they're just getting people from the local areas. So if we'll see people from around Winslow and the LA office and all that sort of stuff competing just because they were in the nearby area, which would be cool either way. Look at Proxys here, fucking watching me.
So the geometry doesn't have any weird fragmentations on it, and all that stuff has been cleaned up, and the detail is a lot more crisp. And also the chair was updated.
I'm not a fan of that
I did
chair.
keep the original style for everything as much as I could.
Looks very
And,
alien, the chair
just
now.
Some slight updates. Like
It's just me. I've got an orange shirt, so I'm not.
But yeah, this should.
Yeah, fair
make
enough.
it much nicer to pilot.
All right, that's all we have for you this week, guys. Thanks. We'll see you around.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the civilian version of the Hornet. Now, I think we might see that earlier than we expect, and a civilian version of the Lightning, the F7-8. No, F8. F7-8? F8.
It was really awesome to see all the new ship pipeline improvement applied to the.
Yeah. I will link to this video. There you go, buddy. Yeah, so much cringe between these two in this episode. I mean, it's beautiful cringe. I don't mind it. It's just cringy.
Hornet. It was one of the first ships ever made for the project.
I love
so the
Forrest.
tech has come
I love
a
Steve.
significant way since its original implementation, and it's never looked better. Fantastic job, Chris Smith.
It's also really great to have those new cockpit entrances going in. When we recorded those on the mocap stage, we actually built out full-scale cockpits for the performers to interact with. We would have the actors familiarize themselves with the ship and then have them record.
Mike, that's a really good thing you said there, actually. So that might be changing with the new flight model. So we'll have to learn how to refly. But Mike said that he had a Sabre, but then realised he couldn't fly for shit, so he switched to the F7CM. So there might be some ships which are better for skill curve. Like the Sabre might be a more advanced ship for people flying on HOTAS rather than mouse and keyboard. It might be more agile, you might have to be a better pilot, whereas the F7C Hornet might require you to be a better shot if you've got gimbals and all that sort of stuff. So it's definitely ships for pilots. Like, it's different ships for different pilots, definitely. Horses for courses.
Record the motions to get them at the right speed. They'll get even faster when we start working on the emergency entrances and exits.
Wow, sounds awesome. All right, now let's go back to Austin for the latest community update with Tyler. Take it away, Tyler.
Yeah, I actually quite like the dynamic between Chris and Sandy when they do things together. Like,
hey everyone, Tyler
ATV.
Whitkin, Community Manager in the Austin, Texas studio, here to bring you this week's community update. Next week is the holiday live stream, and if the past tells us anything, it's that there's probably going to be a lot of Bar Citizen viewing parties around the globe. So make sure to head over to barcitizen.sc to see if there's an event happening in your area. Now, if you can't wait until next week and you live anywhere in or around Utrecht, Netherlands, head over to barcitizen.nl for all the details for an event happening this Saturday.
Suna's very active in the community and is quite a good friend, and I'm glad that she is organising an event. So hopefully that's gone well. Thank you very much, the NSB. Much
December
appreciated.
10th. And now it's time for this week's MVP award. With all the excitement and hype surrounding patch 2.6, we were super excited to see a lot of 2.6 themed content flowing into the community hub. So first, I'd like to give a congratulations to Deadweight for his detailed efforts in creating a 3D printed Drake.
This was cool though. I mean, it was cool.
Caterpillar. Additionally, I'd also like to congratulate Jumbify for his delicious efforts in creating a...
Do you mean Wingman? And Wingman's obviously opened Descendant Studios to do Descent, which is quite cool. It's just, actually it's quite fun. I'm not sure why more people don't play it.
Drake Caterpillar made out of gingerbread. So congratulations to the two of you. You're both MVPs this week. Lastly, the week would not be complete without Reverse the Verse, so make sure to tune in live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/SIGcommunity, where we're going to be talking about everything that you saw on today's episode. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you in the verse.
The just released Caterpillar is getting a lot of love this week, and no surprise there.
So, prepare yourselves for the most cringy bit, possibly, ever. Well, maybe not ever. Ben and Sandy had a very special cringe dynamic.
The ship team did a fantastic job with it.
Yeah, they really did. It's looking fantastic. I feel like we need to team up with Deadweight and Jumbify together to get a 3D printed cookie going.
Ooh, or maybe a procedural cookie planet.
With realistic frosting biospheres?
Speaking of realistic, the animation...
If anyone's watched the UK version of The Office, like the original Office, I thought that was the only show that canned cringe. Good job, CIG. Good job, Forrest, Steve.
The animation team has been creating a whole slew of new animations to further flesh out the PU and Squadron 42 and implement some of the missing pieces that are going to tie everything together. Let's take a look at what they've been working on.
Make it stop! It is cringy. There's something I quite like about
Squadron
cringe.
42 animations. Do you remember?
So, they don't show much about Squadron 42 animations here, and my expectation is that we'll see a lot more on the live stream on Friday.
Remember recently we talked about metrics a lot? Well, recently at IMS we captured a whole bunch of universal transitions. These are transitions that get us into and out of usable objects. Some of the stuff that we have been working on are...
So each of these arrows show where they can get in and out of a particular area based on how they're entering, what direction they're entering from. And a lot of these animations will be universal for consoles, for tables, for the mess hall, for chairs, that sort of thing.
Lego pieces. Do you remember the metrics that we had talked about before in previous
RoboCop
episodes?
confirmed.
Here's one of the examples of what I'm
It's very
talking about.
RoboCop, isn't it?
These are some of our universal transitions. We went to the stage and actually shot a bunch of animations that fit.
Some people hate Ricky Gervais. I quite like
As
him.
you can see, we have all these arrows
Wow,
here
I
showing
appreciate
the metrics
him.
of how to get into an object. And we went to the soundstage over at Imaginarium Studios, and we shot a bunch of universal transitions. You can see all the different ways a character can actually enter this in particular usable. This
I control time
can be
and
used
space,
across the board. It could be
or
used
at
for,
least
in this
exploit
case,
bugs.
we kind of have it set up for a mess hall table that you'd see in a cafeteria, but it could be used for anything. It could be like cockpits in certain ships. It could be anywhere that a character can actually sit down. And you can see that we have a bunch of different ways that an AI can actually approach an object and enter it, and then exit. And the reason why all these are important, and the reason why that we shot these universal transitions, is so that we have one piece of animation that we can go to for everything. And what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll motion edit this to work with the mess hall table. We'll do another motion edit and we'll edit it to work.
Oh shit! Sorry, someone said that 2.6 is live on the PTU, so I had to go and check out. And I think they were lying. I can't see any fucking mentions of that. Slide subscribe for 6 months in a row. Thank you. I love you.
Work with booths inside of bars and restaurants and other.
Proud will be hang ready in the far
venues that
future,
you
in
can
my
go and sit
opinion.
down in.
Probably low priority
This
shit.
allows AI and
Probably.
in some cases characters to players
It's not
to
huge
actually
though, as it should be
approach
though,
and
is it?
usable. And when they hit the use button, they'll play a much smoother, much nicer animation.
Fuck you,
for to
Iruma!
sit down.
I'll
These
climb
are
you
all
out for
works
10
that you
seconds,
should be
mate.
able to see all
I
of
fucking
these
will.
At some point in Squadron 42 and in Persistent Universe. Along with some of the other things that we've been doing, which are setting up metrics for usable objects, so grabbing...
So this was cool. This was a data pad which is going to appear in Squadron 42 about just grabbing some information, possibly a map of somewhere. I'm interested to see how the data pads and Mobiglasses interact with each other. Do you just literally transfer data to your Mobiglass every time, or can you interact with data pads entirely separately?
Something, in this case, a data pad, and being able to actually use it. This happens to be a transfer of data animation that you'll see inside Squadron 42 at some point, where you go aboard this derelict spaceship and you see this data pad floating. You gotta grab it, you gotta interact with it to achieve the mission. So we're doing a lot of these, in particular, interactive animations as well. Here's an example of when you first interact with an object, in this case a data pad.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to hide under tables. Why not?
So I'm going to just boot this thing up here and get ready to transfer some data. And we're going through and we're fine-tuning these animations of grabbing things, holstering these things if it's an NPC walking around. We're doing lots of finger articulation. All the animators here are hard at work polishing a lot of these animations that we have been working on for so long. This also includes something that is kind of the pet project for our animation director here, and that's the deck crew sequence, where you get to experience this as close to this amazing
Brimstone, I'll look into stuff like that
military
off the stream.
takeoff
Can you
as
send me a
possibly can
whisper?
from the
Do what I can.
deck of an aircraft carrier.
Hey guys, so I'm working on the deck crew animation, so let's take a look.
I'm not sure how it all
So
works
what
yet. I
you're
need
gonna
to
see here
do the
is,
Boredgamer
I'm
stuff
gonna
today.
play two
before I
different
get to
camera
that.
angles. The first camera angle that you're seeing.
So this is a cool thing. This is the people in either the Bengal or the Idris, but they'll be in any carrier basically, which check your ship and then do the safety checks and then kind of tell you what to do, like bring up your throttle and then go, and when it's safe. And I like this because it's something that you'll need to do in your missions as well.
Right now is
part of a
what
mission.
the player will
actually.
see. It's a rough representation, so still work in progress. The next will be a camera switcher, so you can see all the different positions. These animations are fully interactive. They are not canned.
Probably you can probably kill your flight crew.
That is if if there's an explosion, if they get shot, if the ship lists or something like that, you'll see them fall over and get sucked out in the
Ground crew?
space and
They're basically called ground crew.
react to whatever's happening around them.
Flight crew.
So the other thing too is that these are completely
Deck
scalable
crew.
also. So on a bigger
Carrier
ship,
crew.
like, say like the Bengal,
Deck
launch
crew.
bigger ships, we can go through and we can
Just on the
adjust
flight
for
deck.
that. All right, so I'm going to play the second camera angle here, okay, and I'm going to talk about the different crew positions. So this is the yellow plane director. I'm just going to step out.
Thank you very much, Anonymous.
Things are,
Much appreciated for the
everybody's
sub.
safe. Everybody comes in. From
Every
the
sub helps. I
orange
love your
safe
face.
zone.
You get
I'll
some
start
subs and shit.
checking,
Got subs, you
make
get
sure
lots
the
of
craft is
fucking
ready
emotes,
for
mate.
launch. These are the green shirts that are doing all the checking here. Yellow plane director says hold. Is everybody safe? Okay, now I'm getting ready to pass this off to the shooter. Pass the ball off. Ball goes to him. Jet blaster flag goes up. They give the thumbs up. Shooter finishes the hover hand signal and signals the pilot to throttle up. And the shooter, once everything's safe, launches the craft. And that's it.
Okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
So it was very simple. They didn't show us
These
much
new
this
animations
ATV.
are really helping to keep things fluid and more immersive. As we continue to expand out the animation set, the designers and players will have a lot more options available for interactions.
Yeah, it's fun seeing how detailed everything is now. Did you do a lot of research on those takeoff animations?
Yeah, we did a bunch of research on how real
Apologies.
military personnel handle it and watched video of aircraft carrier takeoffs, but we usually just use that as a starting point. We always want to make sure to incorporate our own Star Citizen flavor.
Totally. We did the same thing on the character side, used a lot of real-world reference, and then blended it together with our own style.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. We'd like to thank all our backers, new and old, for making the development of this game possible.
And a special thanks to our subscribers for going that extra.
There's only so much that robots and stuff can do, though, isn't there? A lot of stuff will still need to be checked. And I think they want to shy away from AI, robots and stuff that would do checks like that.
mile to help support additional community content like this
We did
episode's
zero research.
ATV and tomorrow's RTV. And also make sure to tune in Friday, December 16th for our annual holiday live stream. We'll have more details about that up on the website very soon.
Since we're having the live stream next week and the CIG offices will be on holiday break a few weeks after, this will actually be the last ATV
Dun, dun,
until we
dun.
return next year, January.
Shame it was so
12th.
short and they didn't really
But
show
do
much.
not worry, there will be plenty of updates. Make sure to look at the weekly community manager's log to see what is in store.
But until next year, we'll see you
around the verse.
Kiss. 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 I know they didn't. That would be a little bit more cringy if they did. Right. So, I'm going to go grab a drink. And we're going to put on Lawmakers while I grab a drink. So I say drink now. And we're going to do a quick bio, grab tea. Chair, you're in charge. Soon you will be an emote chair. Good chair.
Hi, welcome to Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm your host, senior writer William Weisbaum, and for those of you joining us for the first time today, Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy gives you an inside look to the many star systems that make up the world of Star Citizen, and we kind of take a look at the lore and fiction that creates these worlds and brings them to life. On today's episode, we will be going to Bremen, so come with me now. Type in a little search here. Wow, this is so handy. Bremen, spelled like Bremen. And we're gonna take a little trip to the system. Travel over there now. And here we are zoomed in, close up on the star of Bremen. It's a beautiful K3 main sequence dwarf star. It's a pale yellow orange. It's lovely. And the system overall is 6.19 astronomical units across. And there's 4 worlds in the system. And one of those worlds, ReCaps, Bremen 2, is UEE representative. So that's fun. They have a senator who reports to the Senate all the way back on Earth, which is where I am. So Bremen was first visited way back in 2441 by the legendary explorer Bao Yun, who was a professional explorer type. He made his living discovering things and selling them. So he was very much in discovery for the profit involved therein. And he was kind of a Edison type where he had a bunch of other explorers that he would hire to find stuff and take credit for them in his own time. When he found Bremen, he did the whole scan and found that it wasn't particularly valuable, so he ended up selling it to the United Nations of Earth for money. Notice I say money, not credits, because credits were not in use at the time. Credits being the official currency of the United Empires of Earth. So when he sold it off, the UNE took over and decided that Bremen 2 was an ideal candidate for terraforming. So they terraformed the world and settlers slowly began to move in, but it wasn't a huge rush. There was a lot of expansion going on at the time, and overall Bremen wasn't that exciting of an option. It was considered safe by many. You know, it wasn't on the frontier, it wasn't full of a lot of resources, it didn't have anything that jazzy about it, so its development was a little bit slower than some of the other systems at the time. But for people looking to emigrate away from Seoul, it was a nice, safe, solid choice. So the system did grow and develop. Now, where it really came into its own as a system was during the Tavaran War, the second one, where the UEE was looking to feed their massive military during this war, and they weren't getting enough supplies from their core worlds, who were all really focused at the time on more industrial things like shipbuilding and weapon manufacture. So they turned to Bremen and gave a lot of credits into establishing the agricultural infrastructure there. And ReCaps, which was already an agricultural world, had a major boom as all this outside money came in there to really build up their infrastructure, and farms took over. And within a matter of months, Bremen was producing more food than anywhere else in the UEE and feeding all those soldiers off the output of grain they were producing. And then, so that went on for a while, and one of the biggest things to come out of that time was a conglomerate. So a lot of the farmers, you know, couldn't have the investment to take advantage of the money the UE was giving out for their farms, so they sought to consolidate, and one such consolidation was Bremen Mills, which took a bunch of independent farmers and united them so that they could do a group negotiation of selling off their crops at a united rate and all sorts of other benefits. And Bremen Mills, over time, would eventually transform into what many of you may know as Terra Mills, which is the company behind none other than Big Benny's. So that's pretty fun. What ended up happening was Bremen Mills, like the rest of Bremen, faced some hard times when
good job, Chair.
after the war, there was a big falling out in the grain market.
Thank you for the hosts. Thank you for any bits. The cup looks relatively full. Thank you for the love.
Heavily invested
Thank you for the subscription.
they had into agriculture.
I'll expect.
When the market fell out, the whole system kind of had an economic crash. And it couldn't support itself, and it had hard times. And
yeah, exclamation point raffle. To get in the raffle, it's for a piece of hanger flare and the Eli voice pack from HCS, so you can talk to your ship. It's Q from Star Trek. Hopefully we'll get some integration for Star Marine and the ground stuff as well, because why wouldn't it be able to communicate with the mobiGlas? So I'm sure we can set up some stuff for that as well. I was just talking to my mother about how hilarious she found me when I was drunk on the Redacted podcast. Do your swan. No, let's not do that again.
There was a major disaster on the top of it where the main Bremen Mills center blew up, and it was known as the Great Stalford Disaster, and hundreds of people died. It was a huge tragedy for the system, but to put a silver lining onto that dark, stormy cloud, this other company, Terra Agra, came in and was able to purchase Bremen Mills and form this new company, Terra Mills, which still survives today and makes, cereals and chips. And
thank you very much for the sub, Denizen of Howl. So Bremen systems are obviously quite important. Well, all the systems are, I suppose, in that sense.
Of course, fast food noodles.
We can get a drunk board emote. Yeah, noise. It's
Tacho to go.
2 emotes that I haven't decided on yet.
So that's one of the main things that Bremen is known for. One of the other big things that came out of the system was, while they were slowly rebuilding back up from this great grain crash, the system was kind of unremarkable, and that had a lot of appeal to kind of anti-Messer activists.
My mum views them 20,000 times.
Away and forced to move into Xi'an space.
My mum does watch all my stuff though.
They were slowly
Look,
smuggled
so I have to worry about what I
into
say.
Bremen, where it became the heart of the anti-Messer movement. They used the system's kind of unnoteworthiness to form the rebellion and really drove a lot of the anti-Messer activity that would become his downfall, their downfall in the long run. And so that only came out very recently with the Historical Truth Act, which released all these documents and the wild from that dark time in the UE's history. And a lot of that seeing
praise the subtle Sunny D emote
in this resistance was a big part of the reason why they recently got the representation in the Senate. So that was exciting for them. So let's go now that we kind of have an overview of the system.
Yeah, so I'll do multiple videos on the new flight system and how to fly, and tutorials on it as well. I'm actually working on tutorials for it at the moment. It's not too much I can do before it goes to wider PTO, unfortunately. And there's much more stuff to actually be doing in the Evocati, like bug reporting and testing and stuff, which is actually relatively intensive.
Let's zoom in to visit Bremen 1. There we go. So Bremen 1 is basically a small dead rock. It had very little to go on research.
I've got some Big Benny's noodle boxes, which I'm not sure if I've arrived yet or not, but I will be eating my food when I eat on stream and stuff like that in those noodle boxes. Also getting the duvet that they have on the Starfarer and stuff like that. My room will become a Star Citizen shrine. I just like it for motivation. I like the posters and stuff I've got around the room, and I like the Thorshu Grey Crab and the jackets and some of the cool stuff.
Source-wise, and it was quickly mined out.
Good job, Thriftbot. Getting a Thriftbot on, mate.
What's kind of noteworthy about it is that there's this old belief that it's good luck as you're leaving the system to tip your wings towards Bremen 1.
We will certainly be doing that. We will certainly be
which
tipping our
has a
wings
visual
towards
range, and
Bremen
that
1.
gives you good luck
We're doing
on
some stuff in
long
lore.
hauling run as you're hauling grain out of the system. So from there, we're going to zoom back out. Let's see what.
Hope that's an achieve in game. As you've done it.
We're going to visit the kind of heart of the system, Rytif, or Bremen 2.
Yeah. We'll talk about the new flight system properly as soon as I can. I do have opinions on it.
It was terraformed pretty early on after its discovery. And we talked about.
Thank you very much, Harlequin Mask. Harlequin Mask. Much appreciated for the sub. And WTF also says that slap thing, doesn't he? Bars go, fuck you! No, thank you very much.
And in big part that's because of Silas Corner.
Thank you very much, Iris.
Trillionaire who.
How do you pronounce your name?
Outlands.
Iris.
And personally helped design the Mustang.
Everus.
The reason why he chose the world is that he himself grew up.
Thank you very much for the bits. Much appreciated.
And he has a long ancestry dating back to his great whatever grandfather, who was kind of the de facto mayor during the Second Savar War.
I do, Proxus, I do.
Boom, and his grandfather was a distant relative, was able to live on the ground floor of that boom and made a ton of money in it. So Silas started off rich, and one of his early passions was ships. And so he started.
Who said that? Rylix. So I've got. I think I got sent a copy of Shadow Tactics because it used to be like Commandos. Yeah. It's exactly the same as those Commandos games, but obviously in feudal Japan, or whatever. I really like it. I mean, I haven't actually played it yet, but all the videos I've seen of it, I really like. And I think it's pretty cool. It's exactly the same as those Commander games.
From the age of 22.
Without guns.
Today,
well, as many guns.
His own
Do you have flintlocks?
Kind of ship museum on the world where he has a original art.
But thank you very much for the cheer, much appreciated.
It's very rare these days, as well as a Drake lobster prototype ship.
Even more.
The lobster.
Fucking old vampire. Mate, if I could vampire CIG's views of fucking wood proxies, mate, you fucking remember that. There's some sort of. Yeah, I'm coming for you.
And Silas is one of the few people who owns a copy.
You right, bike marks, mate?
And from this early love of ships, he eventually transformed it into.
You just kind of roll and spin.
A ship that he would be happy with, and
then you've definitely tipped your wings.
People too, it's the best he can do, and he's put a lot of love and heart into that design. And the Mustang sold very well, so people are interested in seeing what Consolidated outlet.
Oh, would people be interested in seeing Space Hulk on the channel? We'll have a look at the intro video for Space Hulk in a second. I'm very interested in doing it.
Next.
I'll probably try and grab a copy for Twerk and Saurus. Not sure if it's Saurus' type of game. It might be. Definitely Twerk's kind of game.
Ore deposit has been found somewhere in the world.
I am getting so much better at dad jokes as well and puns.
Some people,
better.
Theorists kind of suspect that the real reason why the UE offered up reservation
I do blame Proxus as well.
At this point was to get their hands on that ore instead of their role in history as they publicly claim. And it's seen a lot of kind of treasure hunters surge into the system, and the local police authority have been a little bit overwhelmed, so they've been kind of hiring on extra help to deal with all those miners who've been scouring the world for this so-called rumored deposit. It's lurking somewhere there. The main landing zone, Stalford,
some solid
is
40K
kind of
quotes.
More rustic town, and it has that small, quiet town feel. It's hung on to that even through all of its ups and downs over the years. Locals consider themselves quiet and polite and generally keep to themselves. And in addition to Consolidated Outlands and the Terra Mills, there's a little bit of booming tourism now as people come there to shop for ships and to experience some of the historical sites that have been built up. Like there's now monuments to some of the anti-Musser activity that went on there. And so there's also like a fun bar named Tricky's here that produces some homebrew from all the various grains that they produce on planet. So that's a fun place to visit.
And well, for the Harlequins, isn't one of them none of them are heretics, really, are they? Isn't it just the Death Jester that's sold to Slanish?
Which is Bremen 3. Bremen 3 is a terrestrial coreless planet. It's not hollow, but it has no free spinning core like Earth does. It's located outside of the system's green band. Let's see, right on the edge of into there. And so it's not a candidate for terraforming at all, so it's going to stay the way it is. And it had a reasonable amount of resources upon discovery, but most of those have been mined out. There's some harder to reach stuff in there, so if you can figure it out, it might be worth your time. Nearby is a well-known asteroid
Nice to know
it's known as the Bloody Smile, which used to have a large vein of red-hued aluminum ore that kind of gave it its name, but that's all been mined out since, but you can still see it floating in the area. And then from there, we move to the most distant planet in the system, which is Bremen 4, which is an ice giant. And it's considered by some that it might be a guardian planet, which means that it helps
It was a
protect
terrorist.
the from elements of other distant bodies that might be flying to the system by attracting them before they can get past its orbit. Scientists are still looking into that theory. It's got a particularly beautiful landscape, kind of swirling mass of hydrogen and other gases interspersed with its ice fields. It's relatively dangerous to harvest.
So are people in the opinion we don't mind watching some Star Citizen videos today? If people want me to do some gameplay, if they've got specific gameplay they want me to look at, or ships they want me to look at, I'll try. The servers for 2.5 were playing up and I couldn't get connected earlier. I did try a few times. But I'm happy to look through different videos and chat and interact with you. When 2.6 goes live, which hopefully should be for my Tuesday stream, we should already have it. That would be amazing if it is. Or goes to wider PTU anyway. We'll just be playing 2.6 just pretty much solidly until after the new year. I say solidly. We'll look at other stuff as well. And we'll try and get some interaction going between people. Holidays mean more content creators to get together to do stuff with. So we'll be able to get some cool Star Marine games on the go. We'll be able to get some cool Arena Commander on the games on the go. We might be able to get some viewers v viewers on the go and stuff like that as well. So.
The gases here, so it hasn't been developed that fully as it's considered a high-risk investment. So there you have it, an overview of Bremen with its massive farming fields and growing cereals like Dappers from Terra Mills.
So this is going to be a place where you might learn to do agriculture, but might not be necessarily the best place to do it. So in your like biodomes and stuff, you might be able to buy seeds and stuff here. You might be able to do certain bits and bobs here and understand how agriculture and growing works. But you might want to go to somewhere more exotic to buy the to grow stuff, or you might just want to go somewhere more out of the way to sell it, maybe.
As well as its ship manufacturer with Consolidated Outland, so there's some fun stuff to go and check out when you get the chance. And I look forward to seeing you more in the verse next time on Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development.
Look at that lighting, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful Chris. How's everyone doing today? Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Let's have a look at the Space Hulk. Space Hulk. Is there a #1 gameplay trailer? 7 months ago. Let's have a look at the gameplay trailer 2. What ones have we got? Multiplayer beta. So this is kind of a mixture between the old Space Hulk games, but also a little bit of Vermintide and Left 4 Dead in there. What am I looking for? Gameplay trailer 2. Can I not see gameplay trailer 2? No? Trailer. There we go.
Peggy 16.
So this is a game that I quite like to play on the channel. Even if it's just a little bit or occasionally. Maybe just a one-off.
This is Grandmaster Belial, addressing all warriors of the First Company. A Space Hulk has been deposited here by the uncaring tides of the Immaterium. Our brothers shall assist the Astra Militarum and Imperial Navy in destroying this tendril of the Great Devourer. Let fury guide your weapons. Let vengeance be your song.
An immense space hulk has emerged from the warp in an Imperial system that is given the name Olithros. The Dark Angels chapter of Space Marines has intercepted astropathic pleas for aid. The chapter's elite Deathwing answer the call. After the reconnaissance squad is lost deep in the Space Hulk, a librarian is sent to find his lost battle brothers. Breaching the hull of the Olithros, the librarian and his battle brothers begin a journey into darkness and revelation. Written in collaboration with Black Library author Gav Thorpe, the campaign that follows is laden with twists and Easter eggs for fans of the Warhammer 40,000 universe.
So it's pretty good looking. I mean, it's not like super amazing graphically, but it's pretty up there. And it's going to have a true 40k storyline. It's been probably written, this one. So, no Skaven. It's awful, no Skaven.
The shipwrecks that make up the Space Hulk are craft that have been lost to the warp across the 10,000 years between the dawn of the Imperium to the 41st millennium. Each and every ship room and corridor in the game is unique, and have been designed by Squadron Studio to create environments that offer windows into different aspects of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Drawing on references and themes in Warhammer 40,000 art and lore, the spaces are colossal, but also detailed down to the purity seals and wall rivets. From a Black Templar warship to a mass troop transport, every ship is a story rendered in metal and stone. Similar care has been given to the enemies you will face in the game. There are multiple types of Genestealer, each evolved to a specific purpose and each with their own advantages and abilities. Alongside their Genestealer kin are hybrids, crossbreeds of Genestealer and human DNA. Each of these abominations has been meticulously modeled.
I'm pretty sure the Genestealers are crossbreeds between them.
Just as the hive mind adapts the behavior of Genestealers in the lore, your enemies will change strategy depending on their numbers and the situation. Thankfully, the Terminators of the Deathwing have access to the finest weapons and armor. Each member of your squad wears a uniquely ornamented suit of tactical dreadnought.
Yeah, so the camera shake is obviously because of their fucking huge armor, but I hate it as well. It's too much. Hopefully you can turn it off or lessen it. I might not be as immersive, but it will make me feel less sick, and I want to enjoy playing it. Oh God, what's going on there in the chats? Lots of 40k references.
Armor, known as Terminator.
No, but I'll have a look at the new Elite Dangerous Trend in a second.
You also have a huge armory of weapons to shoot, burn, or hack your foes to death.
I think this is something to play.
Every Storm Bolter, Plasma Cannon, and Heavy Flamer has been created as an individual artifact. Added to that are weapons drawn from the Dark Angels' reliquaries, such as the Redemption Storm Bolter and the Master-crafted Plasma Cannon, Caliburn Spear.
Wow.
Don your armor, raise
the
your blade, and
the gib's amazing.
Darkness to face the enemies of the Imperium.
You can play it multiplayer as well. So it's very Left 4 Dead, very Vermintide. And I love 40k. Yeah, we haven't got much word on what's going to happen with it. I have contacted them, so hopefully they'll give me a press pack for it. And give me some answers as well. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be on PC and console. I don't like it when games are on console if they've console dumbed their PC releases out for it. You said there was a new Elite trailer, did you? Elite. Because we might look at Elite Dangerous. I've got a copy of it. I'm happy to play it on the channel. Happy, even if it's Elite Dangerous trailer. Is it a new trailer? Nice. Okay. Is this the one you were thinking of? I'm assuming it is. I mean, Elite Dangerous it has the gameplay there. It's its full game, and they keep on adding to it now. So a lot of the game mechanics, they might not look as good as Star Citizens or as complex, but they're there now. It's an important thing to do, and there's definitely room in the universe for more than one space game. And I'm getting more and more impressed by Elite Dangerous. I'm happy to play that if people want me to. I wouldn't do it super regularly, but I like multiplayer games. I'm not a massive fan of console ports. Like, I don't want games made just for consoles or just for PCs, but games that are intended for both immediately. Weird. I mean, there's a lot going on now in EVE, isn't there? Not EVE, Elite. Blah, blah, blah. A lot going on in EVE as well. So EVE's free to play, isn't it? No. I mean, it's definitely... Next year may well be the year of the space games. Like, taking over, man. So Elite's looking a lot better. Yeah, so... Yeah, people obviously going to get annoyed about... having to pay extra money for expansions and stuff, but you know, actually maybe I'm annoyed as well. I don't know. I don't play Elite much, like at all. I played it a couple of times when it first came out, and it was like it's a bit too bare bones for me, and it's not really holding my attention. So what else have we got that we can do at the moment? Let's go back. Let's go back. You know the trailers people wanted me to look at? I'm happy to try Elite Dangerous. I mean, what do people think? Do people type in if you want me to type in Elite if you want me to check out Elite Dangerous at some point properly on stream or maybe even YouTube videos. Same with Space Hulk. Type in Space Hulk or SH. And if you've got other games you want me to look at, please chuck in the links to trailers or whatever. Look at this! Look at this guy! Fucking related channels. What else have we got? We got anything else we can watch at the moment? And we've got more Guides to the Galaxy. Elite, Space Hulk, Nabro, all the above. Lots of Space Hulk. I'm definitely getting Space Hulk and play it myself. It's whether or not you guys want me to. No Elite. Oh yeah, we'll look at Andromeda. Let's chuck on the Andromeda. Mass Effect. Trala. So I mean, we'll definitely be playing some Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect.
Dreaming of a new home. But when we finally awoke, our dreams of peace were shattered.
Welcome back.
You're the new Pathfinder.
This is incredible.
It's acting like a gravity well.
I have a bad feeling.
We're the aliens.
My God.
What's that, Reaper Tech? Maybe they find like a collector's type ship or something from another race.
I know what makes you special.
So yeah, so we'll definitely check out Andromeda, even if it's just playing on the stream. Same with Space Hulk, even if it's just on stream, we'd have to be playing some of it occasionally. I will happily do Elite if people want me to. Just tell me if it doesn't seem to be as much call for Elite. From the rough straw poll. Thank you very much for all the hosts. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean... So what's this? What have you... Copy URL. What have you linked to? Oh, fuck off. We might, when there's another patch for No Man's Sky, we might take a look. I played the latest patch, and it was okay. It's a lot better. It's certainly getting there as a game. But at the moment, I'm still burnt. You monster. You monster! Right. So what else we got? I really liked all these little videos they did for the Galactic Tour, which is parody of the Grand Tour. Parody of Galactic Gear. So let's grab on these ships. 2.6, we're going to get some ships.
The Caterpillar was one of the very earliest play
get
ships
some
we did in
ships.
2012 during the initial Kickstarter campaign. We started off with the kind of the base 5 ships that were how we imagined playing the game. We based them largely on Wing Commander and Privateer, kind of the different ship types. There was, a multi-crew ship, a fighter, a transport, explorer, that sort of thing. Midway through the campaign, we were hitting our goals, and we knew we were going to do other ships, more than just these base 5. So it's one of the
So with 2.6, we're getting the Caterpillar.
There were these sub goals that would unlock different ship
we're
classes.
getting the
One of them was
85X,
the M50
getting the
Racer,
Drake
one was
Heralds,
the Javelin Destroyer, and one of them
getting
was
the Vanguard Hoplite. All flyable.
We called it a fighting transport or a pirate transport at the time.
The Caterpillar, it is an interesting ship because it's.
But also we're getting the variant loadouts for the Saber Comet,
So the whole
Hornet Wildfire.
has 4 modules that in time will be able to.
That
replace
module
with,
has an air shield. This
from
front
what we have
module,
now, which is cargo module,
which means it doesn't need to
maybe
depressurize to
additional
open,
habitation
and it can
modules for
hold
more
dragonflies
crews,
as well.
Or weapon
I think it looks like it can hold 3.
missiles. So we have the opportunity to really customize this ship from a player standpoint. The interior spaces as a whole. So this is the first ship where you can really do that. The Retaliator.
Yes, the new
you can
cameras
do 2
system looks
spaces.
absolutely fantastic.
Caterpillar, 4 spaces. So it's a lot more to players for players to play with. It's also a pretty humongous ship.
You're
when
a
it was
humongous ship.
first Pitched,
Honey.
I believe it was pitched as sort of the evil.
So it's longer
twin brother of the
than the
Freelancer.
Starfarer as well now.
Players will know that the Freelancer
It's like 110 meters or something.
is a lot smaller than the Caterpillar when they see it, actually. Because of the gameplay necessities for this ship specifically, it ended up growing in size tremendously. At this point, it's longer than a Starfarer. Surface area-wise, it's not as big as a Starfarer, because a Starfarer is a lot taller and a lot fatter, but it's actually longer than a Starfarer. So it's 50% longer than a Retaliator or a Constellation. It's got 2 floors, it's got 2 observation decks, 2 habitations, 1 in the command module, 1 in the main body. It's a big ship.
There's a lot going on with the
Big ship.
Caterpillar.
It's the biggest ship we've done in LA.
So I inherited the Caterpillar after it had already gone through all of its early concept.
It's got a reasonable amount of girth, especially at the base.
Pretty set in on what it looked like, what it was for, and so my task was more about getting the interior laid out, getting the thruster placements figured out, and
Yeah, I can't wait to see how good the Caterpillar is in
driving the
combat, how it
implementation
flies in
of it.
2.6
I mean,
with other people.
The Caterpillar went through many iterations. Of
I love
determining
the
what
look of
the
Drake
inside would
ships.
look like, how we would balance all of its mass, how we were going to balance its thruster placement.
I love the yellow
But
and
also,
black, and
part of the problem with the Caterpillar
very
is
military
that
for me.
because its focus is versatility. Its design page was just kept going. So we had to really pare down what features it was going to actually.
Yeah, a lot of the
contain. That was part of my job. was
Squadron
to
42
pick and
specific
choose, cherry pick
ships
the really
made in
good,
the UK.
juicy bits to focus in on for the Caterpillar. The Caterpillar can carry smaller ships. It is
Drake is
intended
with
for it to be
Spirit.
able to
I love
carry
Drake. I
dragonflies.
just think they're amazing.
We have
What
the
amazing
cargo
manufacturer.
system has elements in it that allows us to tune how well a ship can carry other ships. So
I'm
as far
disturbed
as
that you
turning
buy a
this
new
into
ship and it has
carrier,
worn out textures.
There are more ships than just the Dragonfly that fit into it, but there's a lot of consequences to just letting you fill it up with hundreds of those things.
The
It's
largest
meant
ship
to
being made,
operate realistically
I
on fewer
believe,
than that.
is the Retribution Super Dreadnoughts. Though I think it might be in a shipyard being built in Squadron 42 Episode 1. Spoilers. So they said, originally, they said that it could hold up to 8 dragonflies, or it could hold around at least 8, it might have said. So 2 in each of these modules. And now we've seen that they can also have dragonflies in the front module, and that front module has an air shield. So we're going to be able to use that for boarding, basically, in a similar way that we can use the Prowler, for example. That air shield allows people to run out of there without depressurizing the rest of the ship. If you wanted to open these up, you'd have to depressurize that section at the least. In fact, it would just be that section, because I think there's bulkheads on each of those doors. But yeah, I love this as a mini carrier for dragonflies for pirates. I think it's a great idea. They can have you have 2 people on each of the dragonflies, use them as boarding and EVA, and you're going to get a lot more value for money than you would with a Prowler, in my opinion. Yep, might be a good dropship. It's fucking great multi-role, but it's also going to be able to hold the loot of any excursion you do as well. So if you go and attack someone else's ship, even if you're not capturing the ship and you just want to loot them, like a starfarer or something, just blow them up, disable them, steal their loot. You're going to be able to put the loot somewhere. That's an important thing. Prowler has to kind of work in tandem with other ships or capture the ship that it's attacking. Okay, to make the most of its money. I think the command module still separates, so I'm not sure. Yeah, then it's not something they need to put in game immediately. I cannot comment on whether it's good for dogfighting, although I suspect it's not good for dogfighting. It's not a dogfighter, is it?
When you buy the 890 jump, comes in for free. It was given to me as...
You might be able to get combat modules for some of the modules and ships, though. So maybe you can change that center module for more turrets that point out the side, or defense systems, point defense systems, that sort of stuff. Obviously, it can have those dragonflies, but there might be other ships in the future which are much better for combat than a dragonfly, that are very tiny, like little darts or something. So we'll have to wait and see.
A 3D blockout
fix
model.
dogfight when you try hard enough.
I've been working on
true.
Getting it to a game-ready state. This is currently the first Origin ship that we are doing in the rebuild of older ships, for example. So that involves laying down
the new flight model should eliminate jousting largely, not entirely, because you've obviously got the cruise
so
mode.
We're going for like high glossy materials, very
you can go to anytime you want.
Long, smooth, sweeping curves, and because we're essentially...
Will the 85X fit in the front module though of the Caterpillar? It might fit in the front. I haven't tried it.
Redefining what the Origin ship line is with this ship. We're essentially making everything from scratch. New materials, we're not reusing any materials. New detail sheets, all those kinds of things. Different style for lights. All those things are involved in just making what makes Origin.
Don't underestimate parking sensors.
Ship, you can see, yep.
It might be used for ramming, not in the traditional way of like... So those front teeth, they've got sensors in. Those front 4 teeth in the Caterpillar. And originally I thought they were going to be for ramming, but they might kind of still be for ramming. So you just kind of bump into a ship and it stops you. Thank you very much, Realp CB4. Thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. Remember, we are a partner now. I say we. I'm a partner now. But we're all partners now. Woo! Remember, I'm a partner now. You can subscribe if you want to. You can Game Wisp. So I'm going to separate the Patreon and Game Wisp stuff so it's all different things, maybe. Like, I don't know. We'll do something. We'll do something that everyone will be happy with. It's still working on some bits and bobs for stuff. You need to make sure everyone's happy. I mean, to make sure that the channel's getting as much money as it can, effectively. Those bits help, donations help, all that sort of jazz. Genuinely, thank you guys. Like, I love you. Getting partnered so quickly was just fucking insane. A lot of people had a lot of salt, which was beautiful. I was like, oh, all that content creator salt. Oh, Congratulations, Ward. I didn't try and get partnered for a year. I'm glad you got partnered so quickly. It was really great. It was really great to see that start. So thanks, guys.
On the ship, and I've been in charge of the cockpit and the interior.
Thank you very much for the bits.
We were looking
Ivaros.
futuristic cars, sports car interiors.
More in the cup.
Trying to make it look as sleek as possible.
So the 85X is great because it is redefining the entirety of Origin Jump Works line with the new materials and just some improvements. And I really like the 85X, so any of the materials and the improvements they use for the rest of the 300 series is more than welcome. And obviously, I've got an 890 Jump as well, most expensive ship I own.
This thing here is supposed to be as sleek as possible. Kind of getting away with metal surfaces, getting that kind of nice carbon fibers and plastics and high-tech materials in there, and making it as shiny as possible.
So there's going to be time to kill that's going to be quite high, I suspect, in multi-crew ships. So they might not be able to deal with dogfighters particularly well in a multi-crew larger ship if they're not combat orientated. But they're not going to just die instantly. There's going to be time for them to do stuff. There's going to be a prolonged fight probably, unless there's lots of fighters, or fighters and bombers, or boarders, and that sort of stuff. So just keep that in mind. Time to kill much higher with larger ships, and you're going to be able to repair those ships internally on the fly. Ships components will go down, bits of the ship will get damaged. You'll be able to patch them up internally. That's the intention anyway. That's what they've been talking about. So the fighter might not be under any threat from a larger ship or low threat, but it might not be able to deal much damage. Josh Coons is a fucking genius. Looking at this Herald, it is beautiful. I know some people hate it. I love the fact they've changed it from mostly asymmetrical to pretty much symmetrical, whereas that door, obviously the door on one side. It's a beautiful fat tick. It's very Drake, and yeah, it's
legitimate data. It's also a science exploration vehicle. To prepare for this ship, we did a company profile for all the Drake lines. So it's base profile on materials that are used for the ships, what their methodology is, who their target audience is, how much they're supposed to cost, stuff like that. And those all.
Oh yeah, the Hoplite will be on No, it won't be on concept sale. Hoplite won't be on concept sale because the ship's already done. So it'll be on sale with lifetime insurance, very likely, but it won't be on concept sale. If you see what I mean, it'll be a new ship. It'll be a ship we haven't seen before, probably.
Will influence what, how, and how the ship's supposed to feel, look. It's put together.
I think the Herald's probably the best bang for buck gameplay wise of any ship. For $85 they were available originally for. Should be available again with 2.6.
Where we start.
Maybe at the same price. Hopefully at the same price.
It's like the company profile style guide that we use for the ship. So in tandem with another.
Got 3 size 2
another
mounts.
Ship, we both shared assets.
3 size 3 mounts that were gimbaled to with size 2s.
Sure that the ships
so it's got pretty good firepower on that Herald.
Keeps the ships looking consistent. If Elwin's stealing
here
from
anyway.
me and I'm stealing
lots of
from
missiles.
Elwin,
It's like
the
16
ships
missiles.
Look like they're coming from same factory, and you won't have any weird glaring differences in the ships. So out of all the ships that we've done so far, using the Drake profile would be the Herald.
There will definitely be a holiday sale.
So the Caterpillar.
Possibly other promote. They refer to it as promotions, so there might be cheaper ship packages and stuff available as well.
Towards the ship, or people who want to explore, be the first one out. People who like to make maps in those areas, the unexplored territory.
So exploring, science, info running, maps, and lots of stuff that the Herald will be able to do. And I suspect it'll be semi-modular for changing some roles. It is going to be like a drag racer as well. There's a lot that the Herald can do. Obviously, it's going to be good at getting away from stuff. But I think that skilled pilots might better use it to actually dogfight, maybe. Or joust to dogfight. It might be a different kind of fighter. We'll have to see. It's not supposed to be a fighter, though. Let's get that. It doesn't have the hull or the shields or everything to be a proper like tanky fighter. But I think that some skilled people will be able to use it cleverly.
Territories. There's some financial incentive there. Science runners, they're going to be able to make money running data for people, companies, groups, their own data that they found. It's not a ship you're going to just go murder people with, so it's equipped with things to get away from being murdered. So people like, the sly, roguish type, that are science.
Harold is Bay.
I'd say would gravitate towards the ship.
And there's some reasons like 30 seconds of silence, or silence music. It's weird. But yeah, so those are the ships we're getting in 2.6. Now, because I can't show actual gameplay footage of 2.6, what we can show is Twerk playing 2.6 on the thing, and we can talk about some of the stuff that we know and Twerk talked about. So there are 4 new weapon loadout variants of ships. They are the same original hulls with different skins and different weapon loadouts for 2.6 that will be available and playable. We've got the Gladius Valiant.
The Valiant for a little bit now, haven't you?
We've got the Saber Comet, the Hornet Wildfire, and the Avenger Renegade. Obviously, you can see here with 2.6.
He's also leading the game with that ship.
Yes,
Turn this down slightly.
Considering he is flying the Gladius
There are new effects for all the weapons.
Oh, don't look at the score. The score is set. The score makes you sad.
He's got 21,000.
But all the weapons are being rebalanced. All the shields are being rebalanced. The flight model has been changed. Oh. The flight model's been rebalanced. The actual flight model has remained the same, but the numbers in it have changed. You can see the effects look absolutely great. The HUDs have been cleaned up. Much more clearer.
I just want you to look at my screen real quick and look at all the orange swarming that one blue guy.
Pretty sure Vince and I just went head to head.
And it's your fault because you're not here to help us.
And Twerk knows how to calmly trash talk without offending anyone. It's a beautiful skill.
That was terrible.
He's a Ranger fan. Imagine,
In future, I hope that they have the music playing in the background here. Remove the music from the game and have that music playing in the background throughout, so that it's across the scenes. That would be a smart thing. Otherwise, we get the silence and it's weird.
Overall, saber
damage.
We have a seems like a theme.
This guy
seems like a theme between our new ships.
So
we just saw this guy.
Kind of a part of a
Jeremiah Lee.
More Masters of Flight series.
19.4. Good job, that Jeremiah Lee.
Coming out with spec.
Talk about that. Not going 5. We're not.
Yes.
So we have 5 of our competitors in right now. We are waiting.
So they had a bit of Herald racing. This is one of the other things you're going to be able to do in the Herald. You're going to be able to drag race.
Anything, and I don't read lips. You have to come behind me.
So with the new flight system,
G. Keep it G.
the cruise speed has been kind of merged into Afterburner and SCM mode. So whether you're in Vandal Storm, whether you're on the racetrack, whatever, you can go up to cruise speeds by holding your shift key. Cruise is no longer a totally separate mode. You just use it with Afterburner. Go up to those speeds. And it uses your Afterburner and boost fuel to do that.
Sacrifice the race to go to
and you can also boost simultaneously to that, where you overpower your thrusters by pressing X simultaneously, if you wanted to. And that basically, the overboosting of your thrusters gives you more agility, is the idea. One's powering your engines to go faster, the other one is to turn and be agile. And this is going to make racing in different ships on different courses very, very interesting. It's actually going to be a lot more complex in multiplayer race. Which I love. Them engines, though. Just hearing explosions.
I would like to complete a lap, and then...
The Herald has just these huge main thrusters, and it's so good on the straightaway.
We're taking it all the way to 1,000.
It might be the best racer in a straight line, the Herald.
I hit somebody else, I apologize. It's really about once you get around those turns and you get yourself lined up, it just...
So maybe for the that Grim Hex racing course that we're going to get in the future.
Okay, I made it through the checkpoint. Where did I go?
Because you think about its role in the universe.
Might be good for that.
Kind of courier, transporting data and just as fast as possible.
I don't want the Cutlass to be a nimble ship now. It's got six size 3 guns on the front of it now. It's much larger, well, wider, chunkier, with a large
so one of the new really
cargo kind of door at the back that can carry the Dragonfly. It can open the side doors up.
You'll max boost 50%.
I don't want it to be super agile. Don't mind it being fast in a single line. in a similar way to the Drake Herald.
Speed. I shouldn't really.
I don't want it to be super agile.
I should just win the race.
I hope it's not.
Please go on.
I promise it's not information I can
It's a
take.
nice little
I'm
feature.
going full boost through the tunnel. I'm not even gonna.
Whining, not winning. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm going full boost to the tunnel.
We have to. We literally have to wait and see.
Oh no, I still got another ring. I got caught up on a ring. I hit a ring.
a lab without wrecking myself. If you go 1,000 through that tunnel, I'll buy you lunch tomorrow.
All right, here I am. I'm going to
successfully.
Boost.
You hit the ground. You're done.
Yep.
You're done. You didn't even get in.
That didn't work.
Is that you?
Didn't work.
I'm in front. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm probably gonna.
the mantra for the new Cutlass is very much fight, board, and cargo. It's not a dogfighter. It obviously has that front-facing weaponry, which makes it quite powerful. If someone's not noticed it, or it's attacking a larger ship, it's going to be quite useful. So, we just see. Obviously, we don't fall into the same trap that the original Cutlass had, where it was. So these blue colours on the Herald, they are just literally for this anniversary live stream. At the moment, anyway. They made them red and blue, so that they could tell the different teams apart.
The best is the back section.
So Vinny,
yeah.
What can you tell us about how the flight changes have affected racing? On first glance, this may look like it's running slower than it used to.
Well, we did lower SCM speeds in general across the board, but now that you're able to.
Yeah, I'm not using the Cutlass Black really until the new one comes out.
That was me.
Do we get some rework?
You kicked again. I'm gonna rage quit. Of course. I killed you.
You won't have to.
Okay. All right. So we looked at that one. Let's take a look at the red one, DJs.
So let's jump ahead here. Do we get some 2.6 back on the go from Arena Commander? Do you get? Oh, I love the fact that Twerk got to go there. Good man. He was happy as a fucking pig and shit when he came back. Shitty and grin as well, like, I couldn't tell you. Deal with that, mate. Extended family, my ass, Twerk. That is... Oh, no. We get to see them here.
How many Renegades?
So that was the Renegade there. The Avenger Renegades.
Yeah, Jeremiah Lee is also flying an Avenger Renegade.
Who is
How super close?
Oh no, he's on my team.
Hey, Will Weissbaum.
Yes.
Who's the advocacy?
They're the Popo.
They are the inter-system police force.
The Cutlass is no longer that nimble shit, though. They've redefined that Cutlass. And I would suspect
most
the
planets
Freelancer may turn out to be more agile than it. Although I do not have any proof of that, and I'm going to have to wait and see.
Security legions.
That is a total personal...
No.
For example, like the Crusader security.
Personal
You did
opinion,
take
though.
out most of everything.
No, I lost guns.
That's all I want.
Oh, thank you very much, Brimstone. Very much
Isn't it
appreciated.
just, like, sad
You're
when
right,
you see your
Darkest
little
Mind.
spaceman floating out
Yeah,
there
in
and he's
that
got all these
video where I say it's more agile, I don't know.
slave,
I don't know
he's
how
not
they're
using
gonna
them.
be.
It's like, kill yourself.
You're totally right, man.
I'm trying to crash into an
I did put a comment straight away after that video when someone mentioned, like, I don't think you're right. And I was like, well, no, I might not be.
I don't know if they're still on my Avenger.
In my videos, you do get my opinions as well. I actually think that we're going to get 2.6 to a wider PTU tomorrow. So Monday.
Boy, whoever's shooting at me, your aim is terrible.
My jaw is clicked out. Pardon me.
There you go. Now you're doing it. There you go. Thank
And
you.
isn't this... I don't know if you guys can hear that. My jaw clicking out.
If I'm not on the leaderboards this match, it's because I'm trying to show off this beautiful Renegade.
There's so much words in that.
Vincent, did you do that to me?
Everest, why do you make me read so much?
On the cockpit, I just saw that.
I'm actually not doing that.
Oh, I see, yeah, so I do think that afterburner and boosting could damage your components. I also think that you're going to be able to overclock stuff. That's one of the things that the Endeavour's going to allow you to do, but I do think there will be ways of over-boosting your components that could damage them or reduce their lifespan, stuff like that. Obviously, that's not implemented yet.
That was the first. There we go. Thanks for saving that.
I'm gonna feast on your bones.
Twerk was briefly on the BBC in someone's screen.
Mine disappeared.
I'm sorry I rammed you in the face.
I don't believe that there's a delayed 2.6 schedule for next year. I mean, very, very likely they'll get a live build out for the 16th, I think.
Dogfighting. He meant in dogfighting.
Modify your ships.
No, it's really fun. The whole lore team tries to hop in. We grab the latest builds. We like playing.
Dude, we're missing a team member.
Yeah, mine exited. Let's talk about what
Thank you very much, Infidel Dog.
I was killing Finny, actually.
37 with their 37 other Infidel Dogs. Just become a subscriber, much appreciated. Genuinely helps me loads. You've got lots of emotes and stuff now. We're getting loads more emotes for Tuesday as well. Is it worth doing a let's watch the live stream together live stream on Friday?
I said Vincent did it because I was killing him.
Would you guys prefer me to like join up with someone like Twerk or Saurus and do something with them? Would you like me to do my own one? What do you guys want? You tell me what you want, and we'll do that. Finger fucking guns, mate. We can deal with them. Can you deal with these finger guns? No, you can't. You're dead. You got finger gun in the fucking face. Sorry, I got quite hungry.
If you could swap to my camera.
So I am obviously the fucking horrible microphones and sound that are coming through. It's annoying. We've got new cameras. We've got new missile cams. We've got new effects for the weapons. We've got new flight model rebalance, which hopefully will be awesome when we get it into the live builds.
Or you gotta kill someone.
Or you get a pickup.
Oh, you're
Don't
right.
forget about
Too
the
late.
pickups.
Too late.
Get a pickup.
Too late.
All those new ships.
Have we talked about
even if they're just skins and stuff. At least we're going to see a lot more. We're going to see a lot more people using different builds. Hopefully with the 2.6. That's why I'm hoping it allows. There's not just one or two like these are the meta builds. You have to use them. Hoping we get a lot of different stuff and we start seeing a lot of different stuff. I'm also hoping that at some point they make the points value of every ship valued on the components that it has. So valued on the turrets, valued on the hard points, valued on every individual weapon that goes, this ship is now worth X points because of all of these. That's what I want for Arena Commander.
There's the pickup system. Why don't you talk about that?
Someone running around in a normal Hornet versus someone running around in a Super Hornet with a meta build. The meta build Super Hornet should be worth a lot more points if it dies.
Balls on the screen, and you pick them up, and they. What I've seen so far is if you run out of ammo or missiles, it'll replenish. You get a little audio cue, and because missiles are not persistent between.
I got Vinny again.
So persistent missiles aren't persistent.
That's one of the other things. There's going to be pickups in Arena Commander. Missiles are not going to be persistent between. Well, they are going to be persistent between deaths. So if you launch 5 of your missiles on your Herald or whatever, you're not going to have them when you respawn. You have to pick up missiles from pickups from people to replenish them.
Persistent between respawns. If
You can see that Twerk's team was just fucking absolutely wrecking. See that they play a lot.
You know, previously in Arena Commander, people would use their missiles, kill themselves, come back.
Is it still on me right now? Oh jeez, I've got 2 missiles on me.
Meantime, we're having a nice little fight.
Yeah, I haven't got one gun, so.
Ooh. Same.
So.
Yeah, I'll drop a message to Twerk and Saurus. See what they're doing on Friday for the live stream.
I really love that blue and yellow.
We'll do the missile camp, which is epic.
It's beautiful.
So I'll do another one here.
Because I think people do enjoy those discussion streams. I mean, we had like 800 when we did it with, and we had 1,200 or something actually. We did it with Saurus the other week for the anniversary. So I'm happy to do that.
I don't want it to end. I'm having so much fun.
Use your missile cams, guys, and hopefully one of you guys is going to be on.
One of you guys.
One of you guys. Just hold down your launch button. It's a really cool camera that follows the missile.
I thought you said lunch button. I got really excited.
Lunch button.
This is a fully immersive game. Eventually, we will have a lunch button.
Oh.
Just kidding. Don't.
It's already on Reddit.
I'm not a fan of the Renegade. It's too contrasted in blue and orange yellow. I do quite like the Wildfire. I think that looks beautiful. And the Valiant looks pretty cool. Paint jobs and skins are very much personal preference. Like I like my Aurora South by Southwest Camp Pride skin.
If we could get a Wikipedia article up about.
Hello, Gamble. How's it going, bro?
This day.
Thank you very much for the cheer, bright marks. Improve your reading skills. It seems to be improving. Or was that just because you're watching videos? No, genuinely improving. I can read a lot quicker now as well.
I think all Will's skills were against me. Teenagers. I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what.
Do you want a Christmas board?
Yeah.
Jeez, is that what you need?
Yeah, good time.
We'll give you a handshake.
No, I'll give you.
So, I just want to have a look at a little bit more of that gameplay footage, because it's good for us to chat about that, because obviously we can't show 2.6 gameplay at the moment other than the CIG official stuff, because fuck you NDA, that's why. Drove me to drink. Let's go blame that. Oh shit, no personal responsibility. Should be around when they actually play.
He loves taking score. So Team Anvil. It's anybody's game. So Team Anvil. I guess
at CAG lost on the end.
This is true.
The base save.
Vince. Yeah. This round is worth 25 points. So let's.
I'm gonna going for a high top speed and best scanners so I can see threats. Yeah, I mean the Herald sounds like that's a good choice.
Alright, let's see, here we go.
The Renegade comes with $10 less expensive weapon loadout and costs $50% more than normal. Lol. Yeah, so although I did like some of the skins, I just thought they were quite expensive when compared to the hulls. Thrift bot in me looks at literally and goes, do I want everything that's on that build? Does it save me money? What's the best thing to do? And some of the under $100 ships, I think you'll be able to get them so easily in game anyway that unless it's your only ship that you've got in your account, I don't think there's much of a point in grabbing loads of them. Definitely not much point in grabbing loads of them. Unless you're contributing to the game, unless you're backing the project, unless you're in love with a ship for some reason.
So basically I had to use the environment to get to.
It was solid strats.
Yeah, I have no weapons at all right now.
Here we go. So come and find you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am basically playing defensive. I got a kill with no weapons.
No NDA. That's what we're saying. When 2.6 comes out. Young man, there's no need to be down. I say, young man, get your feet off the ground. There's a place where no NDAs. 2.6 is out and no NDA. Yeah, we'll do that, okay? We'll do a little dance. I also agree that there will be a wider PT release tomorrow, probably. Yeah, first wave. Yeah. I'm not sure if subscribers will get into first wave or second wave. I'm not sure how they do it this time. Yeah, I mean, if you want the weapons that the Renegade has and you love the skin and you want to back the game, it's fine, isn't it? It's only a few more dollars. I mean, people putting thousands of dollars into Star Citizen. It's all to do with people's individual disposable incomes. I mean, a lot of people that back Star Citizen are IT professionals that are a little bit older, have huge disposable incomes or larger disposable incomes, and have wanted a game and are in love with it because of Wing Commander nostalgia, or because they've wanted a game like this forever. So they can go, well, I'm going to put $10,000 into the game because I've already got my house, and there's nothing I spend my money on other than earning money.
So the winner of this first match is obviously going to jump ahead to an early lead. But
see what I mean?
No pressure.
No pressure.
Not at all.
So 2.6 is on the Ducati at the moment. We're thinking that the first wave test will be as early as tomorrow. So we're looking at some 2.6 gameplay that Twerk played when he was at the live stream. And so I actually quite like the look of the mechanics here. It's a little too slow in some places where they're like on each other's tails and it's just slow. I think that maybe a little bit faster, just a little bit faster, 10% maybe, 10-20%. It's so slow, like. But I suppose that's the visceral Wing Commander feel, wasn't it? And you could use your boost maybe, or your afterburner to get away, but they're trying to get for kills here. So I think we all need to try it out for ourselves before we have. Some of the cameras are great as well. The new camera system's great. Stuff feels a lot nicer, doesn't it? Looks a lot nicer.
Oh, there's a pickup. I got it.
And you know, and the thing with the
yeah, so it also depends on what other hobbies you have. I mean, I don't have a car. I can't drive. Never learned to drive. My memory is fucking awful. I'm quite erratic, so I'd worry about having a car.
Part of the electronic access.
As you saw, alcohol and meds and my general life do not mix together very well. So
that was me.
that's one of the reasons I don't have a car, because of worry.
Don't turn around.
Anxiety,
So the
man.
pickup system is something
I'd
that
worry
exists
about like
inside Arena.
running over cats and
you wanna
dogs
kill me,
constantly,
apparently there's secret strategies to get
or something. I
yourself,
don't know, something
help.
stupid like that. Oh, hello.
Oh, I need pickups. We just
So
dropped
for
a
all of
bunch.
you viewing, if you check
You
out
do not
the
need pickups.
new user interface at the top of the page, Aegis right now is in the lead by 22.
It's a very specific time, Jamie.
I'm not sure.
But we've got that holiday live stream on the on Friday, the 16th, 7 p.m. GMT. We'll do a pre-show, whether or not we're doing it with Twerk and Saurus and Retachi and stuff like that. I'll try and work something out in a minute. I'll message them and say, shall we do something? They might already have stuff planned. They might say, yeah, come along. Whatever. If no one's doing anything and then no one's streaming at that time anyway, then I'll definitely do one.
Maneuvering, which is like our normal
Be good
speed
laugh.
that we're fighting at
Or
now.
can't drift.
And then we press V to go up to cruise, which was the maximum speed that the ship can go. And they made a change where you
I
now
can be
press
erratic erotic board.
to move yourself up from SCM speeds all the way up to cruise speeds, and you lose
I can do
a little
that.
bit of maneuver to a lot of maneuvering depending on how fast you're
Hello,
going,
Batachi!
with the boost.
What are you doing for, I
And you
mean,
hold
you're
it,
doing your own thing, that's cool.
run out of
What are you doing for
boost. So you, the longer you hold
the
it, the
holiday
more
live stream?
fuel you run out of.
Feel free to advertise
So,
it
yeah,
here
it's
as well.
great now.
I'm trying to work out what I'm doing at the moment.
If you're getting attacked,
Whether you and Saurus and Twerk are all doing stuff or not. If we can all do something together, because, you know, 2.6 should be playable by all of us, hopefully, by then. So maybe play some StarEngine before and afterwards while we're chatting.
Right now, let's go to Xylo here.
Why is my cup empty? Whoa!
Let's show us the brand new missile.
My cup is empty. I realised that I can, like, jostle my cup as well. Look at this.
Alright, we're on me now, so here
Look at this.
we
I'm
go.
gonna press jostle cup.
I'm locked on, I'm gonna hold the missile down.
Bam! Look at that! Oh fuck! I didn't mean to empty it.
Peeking right now.
Yeah, so did I.
That one just barely missed.
I just went to shake it!
Range of my
Oh fuck.
Shotgun.
Yes. Aegis is pulling.
Yeah, fuck
away
you,
from-
Proxus.
What are we doing about
My cup is now empty though, quite literally. It's only got my face on it.
Aegis right now. This is going exactly how we expected it. Sorry if I just ripped your ears.
Thank you, Proxus. Much appreciated. Oh, look at those Trixies, mate. Those fucking Trixies dropping me little fucking bits, mate. Naughty little Trixie. Oh, shit! Oh, what the fuck? How did they... Yeah. Bounce back in, mate. Thank you very much, Zombade. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Proxus. I'm not an alcoholic. I am unable to regulate sensible drinking, though, because I'm an idiot. It's not alcohol. It's not alcoholism. It's idiocy. So apologies for anyone that watched me and were like, "Is Bored okay? You shouldn't worry about me. I'm sorry I worried anyone. I'm just a bit stupid sometimes. That's why I worry about when I talk about mental health and stuff. I'm a bit erratic. When I talk about that, I try and manage myself, and sometimes I'm sure people found it fucking hilarious and were like, "Oh no, it was fun." But you wouldn't want to see me like that all the time. And I think people saw that I was over drinking and overdid it and just a bit stupid. Thank you very much, Bite Marks. Very much appreciated. This bit, is it going to blow the cup? Is it going to... BAM! Oh my fucking god. You sunk my battleship!
Accept it.
Thank you very much for the bit as well on the end there. So Rex. Much appreciated. You get a new badge for that one bit. Good job. It's very thrifty. Thriftbot approves. Remember, exclamation point raffle. If you'd like to be in for a chance to win a piece of Hangar Flare and the Eli HCS voice pack as well. We will do some, as soon as 2.6 comes out, we'll get a proper ship giveaway. Bucket, why not? Any donations and that sort of jazz will go towards that as well. Oh, look at his wing coming off. Nice. You sunk my battleship. My battleship? Oh.
Yep, that's what you
Approximate.
get. That is what you get.
Good job, Riggs.
24 points. Let's go, boys.
I take back 1/4 of the things I said about you.
Yeah, there's a difference between letting loose and just being an idiot, though. But thank you, appreciate it.
Oh, I think that's the W.
I went on strike, didn't I? Fuck that NDA, man.
So with a score of 60,000 to 26,366, we have to concede victory.
Do you know what Twerk said to him? I was worried that I'd offended Twerk and Saurus. But Saurus is like, just get some water, man. We don't give a fuck. And Twerk said, next time tell us so we can drink too. See you again.
See what I did right there?
Cool.
See what I did right there? Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, guys, you just cheered a Team Anvil winning your Team Aegis.
He's right. They officially win now. They get the points. They tricked us.
Yes. All right. So right now, what's
So-
going to happen is we are in the process of queuing up.
Let us have a look at the Star Marine game that happened. And so they played a game of Star Marine there as well. This is the latest build they had at the time. Now I suspect what we get into our hands with a live build will be a lot more polished than this and have other mechanics down. Some of the stuff that was in that they didn't show was the cover mechanic, leaning out, was vaulting, so literally when you got up to a railing and press jump, you'll jump over, rather than just clipping into it and going, yeah! Let's try not to do maybe I should do T-Rex arms as an emote.
Teammates, just a reminder, this is not team deathmatch. Let's get those control points.
And Unicorn Board, which was... I don't even know what I did with the Unicorn thing. Maybe not an Idris giveaway, but maybe. It's not. It's not going to be an Idris giveaway, but maybe.
As I'm heading to grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, I do want to see... I wish we could watch that leaked footage, but we can't.
We got 2 of them at A, boys. 2 of them. Take a disco. Take a disco.
Cover me, guys.
We might have a couple of drinks. I will have a certain amount of alcohol next to me, so I can't overdrink. That's probably what I do there. Otherwise, people will worry again.
We're down. All right, let's get the next.
Did you give DJ what he deserved?
Do you want to defend or move on?
The escort carrier is the Pegasus, yes.
I'm reloading.
There is a raffle, and it's exclamation mark raffle. To get involved with that, that's for HSCS voice pack and a piece of hanger flare as well. Thank you very much. I'm not sure about the camera stabilization. I know it's supposed to be in 2.6.
Yep.
I just face planted.
Veggie sandwich.
Good job. I got that.
Can you link me those power supplies? My room. Actually, 1 second. I'll tell you which.
Control point gained.
There we go. Stay on me and Will.
Here you go, bud.
Where you go?
So this is a very good list explaining the difference between a lot of power supplies and what tier they are. So some power supplies, even if they've got good specs, are shite, and you want a good power supply. You want at least a gold level power supply there, preferably platinum or titanium. But have a look at that. That should help you.
Myself, Tyler, and
your rounds. All right, so we need C. Yeah.
Wasted Wednesdays. No, and I do not want to make just a drinking thing a thing. Yes, my mother watches my stuff and she would worry. She's like, I don't want you drinking.
I'm going through the window.
So she speaks. Like me, but don't need to be a woman.
And Team Anvil pulls ahead.
PTU is live with the Ivacati, where it's expecting a wider PTU for Monday, like genuinely tomorrow. That's what we're hoping. Which means we will start being able to play lots of gameplay. I will jump into Twerks and Sources streams and play Star Marine with them, and play Arena Commander with them, and earn rec, and do PU stuff with them. And there'll be lots of new things to do, and we're about to repeatedly do it. And I don't care if people find it boring if we've done it for 1,000 times, because it's more addictive. I like arena shooters and stuff. So.
I got it. Alright, we got A. There we go. They're going B. Let's play some defense. They're going B.
But man, all the cool kids are doing alcohol and drugs.
Almost there. Few more seconds.
Well, you're not cool, son.
We got it.
You're a disappointment.
Oh, Rusty, watch out. They're coming.
I'm quite liking to work with the Twerks FPS skills. They're pretty good. It's certainly not bad.
Yeah, I'm out of bullets.
And Team Anvil is starting to take the lead by about 12 points right now.
So I'm thinking 2.6 wider PTU test. So non-NDA'd test for first wave PTU tomorrow probably. So maybe. Yeah, new Easter egg mission, new ICC mission, or missions.
We already got it.
Alright, let's play some defense. Oh, that's what you get for trying to rub it in.
Lots of new wrecks, new yellow asteroid field, starfarers and things to find as well, like wrecks of them and stuff. Lots of cool shit.
I don't have any. You got it.
Yeah, it's me guessing. It's what I think.
So Tyler had a good point earlier about the bleed out.
Alright, they got B and C. We need to move.
Both watch M90. I'll be playing mostly public matches or public matches with a couple of other mates as well. Private stuff we'll do, but it will be for if we're doing viewers v viewers or if we've planned tournaments. Mitachi wants to plan tournaments. I'm totally up for doing that as well. And getting some monthly tournaments on the go, possibly more regularly.
I was trying to cap that point. I'm sitting there. I'm just trying to cap that point.
You work out a division system and stuff for them as well, and whether we're doing single or double elimination, if there's going to be prizes. Would to do a CIG want to be part of that, or they're like, no, we don't want to be part of any of those competitions. The live release for 2.6 is still targeted to the 16th. Yes.
Where is everybody?
It's an aimed target, targety aim, an internal aim targety thing. Obviously, that glass should look a lot better when it gets into our hands, or at least onto a live build. You notice a lot of them there are firing in burst fire mode by pressing C. With the ballistic rifle, or the SMG. So basically what it is.
They're coming A. They're coming A. Oh, they're down. We're clear.
It's very much like Titanfall's point capture. It's very simple FPS, but it looks pretty. Seems pretty fun. With a few basic tweaks and improvements, it's going to be solid.
I was talking smack to Xylo.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are unable to understand that, Proximus, and that's fair enough. I think CIG will add those in-game for the Persistent Universe, those capital ships, as soon as they're able to support 2 of them fighting each other with fighter support, which might be a few months away from it, or it might be a year. Who knows? They'll tell us more, hopefully. Hopefully it's a totally different thing to having them work single player than it is to having them work multiplayer. Yeah, so playing Star Citizen makes you appreciate how crappy or good other games' graphics are, but also how occasionally crappy certain bits are in Star Citizen, where you can see that something's been polished and it looks great, next to something that hasn't been polished and you're like, eh. It's also for a piece of Hangar Flare as well as that HCS voice pack. It's a single raffle for both. The winner will win both. Might do some form of swan emote.
Where are we putting those points, Tyler? Right here.
Fucking break your arm, mate. Fucking swanning around, breaking people's arms.
Round 2, begin.
Come on, we gotta turn this around.
Right away. Right away, guys.
Yeah, no, it's jumping straight into it. Let's roll. Let's roll.
So I think one of the important things to do is what we'll do on Redacted, if that doesn't exist for Star Citizen immediately for 2.6, is we'll have rooms. That's an interesting bugways in the ceiling. We'll have rooms in the Redacted Discord where we can have the 2 teams on for voice comms.
But the overall competition.
Yes, overall competition goes 25 to 50. Pull is up by 1. If anyone wants to go on tour, I'll show you something that I don't know if anybody.
That was a Dilophosaur from Jurassic Park, the spitter.
I really hope I was on camera because that was a beautiful. His body is laying on the thing I need to hack. Can you move, bro? Can you move?
Yeah, we'll do some. Those mates are coming. Those mates are coming. So's the egg. So's the egg currency, which has actually been done really well. Twerk testing out that glass, mate. Slowing down the server.
The guy that I shot, his body fell over the hack terminal. I couldn't hack it while he was there. I just pushed him out of the way. Luckily, the melee threw him off of it.
Guys. There we go. All right, they're taking C. They got C and D.
Good job, Anvil.
All right, guys. There's a guy.
From what we've seen here,
that's pretty good.
I quite like some of them. I just think they need to be a little bit faster, probably. But they're definitely going the right way.
Same team. Shooting across the platform. Same team.
Bad guy.
I can't discuss the actual performance that I'm getting with 2.6. That breaking into so I won't. The intention, though, is every patch to make it better. Take that for and she will.
Each team has 2 caps.
Yeah. This is it, guys.
I was trying to heal.
Team Anvil, we win this.
For the sake of waiting around like 24 hours, I will not break NDA. Lol.
Be honest here. You really think it's gonna happen? Yeah, I should.
Yes, I believe.
Well, we're capping every point right now. Let's 4 cap that. Let's grab C. We just got
Thank you very much, Sprotkoski.
All
Thank you very much for the sub. Very much appreciated. Genuinely helps me out a lot. Thank you very much, guys. Like all my Game supporters, all my Patreon supporters, all you guys that are subbed on the channel. Yeah, super appreciated. Really helpful. Love you guys. Mwah.
Okay, they're taking A. Taking A.
And 25 is half.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely the intention, Renix. Is to make it more like the previous Chris Roberts games, to make them more like Ring Commander. Have those ships in your face. You can actually see the ships you're fighting. You can blow off individual components, that sort of stuff. But you don't want it too slow. But obviously, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that's going to be in lots of players' hands. Fuck the NDA, man. I mean, it's I want to at least be able to talk. I don't mind not sharing assets. I don't mind not sharing videos on it. But I want to be able to talk about it. I mean, come on. We're going to be able to talk about it soon anyway. So, and people like that have been chosen for the Evocati are effectively advocates for the game anyway. We're people that are great at damage control. We're people that are great at explaining what the intention of stuff is. Because we believe in the game. We understand the game. We are very well informed. So, having us out there talking about it, whether we're annoyed or upset or great or whatever, we're normally quite good at balancing it. Good job, meantime, just shooting your teammate a lot.
What? Me? No. Let's see. We're right here. Where are you going? Let's get see. Oh, meleeed.
Oh, I bled out. Damn.
All right, guys, it's looking like a sweep here. Team Aegis holding all 4 control points. 3 minutes left on the clock.
I've taken C. Taken C.
I finally understand all those hackers out there. It feels so good.
All right.
DJ got
what?
it.
Who lets C go?
You were in your
Is this
spawn
Lando?
room.
Is this Lando?
You had one job.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Tyler just entered our spawn room.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but that was called teabag.
There goes our.
Do a mount sensitivity on me being a dick.
Okay, Pam.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Come on.
I just faceplanted.
I don't mind camping. I don't mind camping in games. I don't understand why people get annoyed at camping. People camping in this sort of game means easy kills. People hiding really well in places you wouldn't think to look for them isn't really camping. It's more like getting ready for stealth kills. But people like hiding there in the corner, not hiding, but being there in the corner. You'll know they're going to be there. You're going to use grenades. You can chuck them around.
They're grabbing D.
It's going to be a more tactical based game, so I don't mind that so much. You can see at the bottom left here as well, we can see, it tells you where you are. So you can say I'm in Pad B cage, I'm in freight. I think that's really cool. It's really useful.
It should be an easy kill at B. It's just DJ Knight.
I think there's going to be the Caterpillar is flyable in 2.6, so there will be gameplay with it. It just won't have the cargo mechanic that it's going to have in 3.0. Yes, I do think we'll get 3.0 early next year, so early 2017. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy as fucking picking shit, but I doubt that's the case.
Only a minute and a half left. We can do this.
Hello, Von Doom. How's it going, bro?
I hate to say this to you, but that is game unless you guys are going to.
I'm considering getting a PlayStation Pro and PlayStation VR and doing some PlayStation games as extra streams in the future as well.
Oh,
Right shotgun to my
Vince.
sack.
Vince, I got you. Oh, you all killed each other.
Ooh, nice. Let us embrace.
Get it. Guys, for those of you who weren't paying attention, we have a little HUD radar.
Less than 1 minute left. It's looking like
I literally can't give anything away whether I've tried anything.
it's going to be a tie game, and we're going to have to go to
And I can't talk about the Evocati builds. Sorry, bro. Even literally what I've played and not played.
Is that a writer saying that?
Yeah, no, I believe it. Exactly.
I'd rather be extra worried about stuff than CIG go rah, 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 rah.
30 seconds.
Dead kid.
Everybody needs space.
Although if I did something only a little bit naughty, I'd probably just get a big telling off. Although they might start to iron fist stuff and go, right, you've broken NDA even a little bit, you're out of the Evocati, and then that sort of thing. So I'd never want to put CIG in that position. If you see what I mean.
Thank you, whoever covered me. Thank you.
Because it's very important that they don't give special treatment to content creators and stuff a lot of the time.
This is it.
Oh, that's it.
Because it annoys people.
Aegis takes round 2, so it is officially a tie game. That's 25 points for Team Aegis. That puts both teams at 50 points. So it all comes down to
To
this.
this.
Wait, are you saying we're
Tiebreaker.
short-handed?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, hold on.
It's all coming down
Before
to
we get
this.
started, we are short-handed. There are only 4 members on each team.
Yes. No, there's 5 on yours,
5 on
4
five.
on ours.
Not on my scoreboard.
No,
Yeah.
the 5th is
Okay.
our spectator.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Round 3, guys.
Yeah, whatever Disco. Whatever Disco,
You're
he's
reaching,
fucking
dude.
trying to
You're
win.
reaching. You're trying to find something.
So,
yeah.
should
It's
we-
not going to happen.
Look at it.
Come on, Team Anvil.
Guys, let's take this home. Jeremiah, I love
All right.
you.
Yeah.
All right,
It
new
is
new
currently
plan.
Team A just 100 or 75 points. What's math?
No, it's 50 points to 50 points tie game. We're down to the final round.
Yeah, Steve. Steve made a madman. I got a refund from my Virtuix Omni literally a couple of days ago, or a few days ago, and they couldn't fulfill them around the world. They can only sell them in the US at the moment because it's because they're a large VR treadmill. But they did give me a reasonable amount of money back, and the dollar's very good against the pound at the moment. So it certainly wasn't. They didn't spin my face. They apologised, and eventually I'll probably try and grab one. Might try and get one imported from America when they're a bit more available. So I'll wait and see.
Got it.
I did want that Omni.
Oh, that was the best kill I've ever had.
How did you do that?
I dropped down right in front of you and face bulleted you.
I got you, Disco.
Like, I dropped down like Batman.
Wow.
Batman.
Good job, Silo.
If I had a cape, it would have been whoosh. Would have been whoosh.
They are taking guys.
I don't mind people asking. I don't mind people asking. I'm just happy to say I can't talk. I don't see it too trolly. It's all good. Thank you very much, though. For,
Oh, we're letting him back into it.
it's all good. So, Squadron 42 looks like it's going to be released first quarter 2017. Star Citizen, actually, commercial release no earlier than 2018. Hopefully, but I think more likely beta will start in 2018.
It's 49 or 50 to 42. We were within 10
More realistic.
points of each other with 4.5 minutes.
That's my educated guesses.
You got C.
The thing with Star Citizen, though, is that it doesn't really matter when it comes out because I'm enjoying playing it as we go through the development of it. I get to be involved with the development. I get my opinion to be heard quite loudly, in fact. I like the fact I've got a platform for it that I can share my opinion, listen to yours, and then come to some compromises with some of my views. People do tell me occasionally, like, no, I totally disagree with you, bud. I like to think I listen and try and understand from other people's point of view and build it into my point of view when I'm talking about stuff. Like, I try and look at it from multiple viewpoints. Obviously, sometimes I find that hard, because if something I don't agree with, you fucking idiot meantime. The grenade just bounced back under his feet.
I got him. C's clear. Not anymore. They're all at C, boys. So just take. Coming in.
I would expect a commercial Star Citizen full release between 2018 and 2019. For the MMO portion of the game. For a live release. Gotta remember that most games... Thank you very much, Rollo Kip. Much appreciated for the host. You've got to remember that a lot of games open but in early access now and beta, and people kind of assume that they're released still. So, I mean, that's going to very much be the case for Star Citizen for a while. But they will actually have a full release, almost certainly, between the 2018 and 2019.
Uh-oh.
I think it's important people understand that it's a while to wait. It's like, oh, there's delays, or it must be delaying the game. It's not really delaying the game. When we don't get 3.0 as early as we expect, when we don't get 2.6 as early as we expect, or we think, it's not really delaying the game. I mean, they're still working on all the assets, they're still working on the game. 2.6 was being worked on in parallel with 3.0. So... And all the other game mechanics and Squadron 42 being released, being worked on separately.
No, it's not.
Remember that?
Guys, it's coming down to this. Only 2.5 minutes, 100 to 160. We got to claim these. Somebody get to A.
Full release date 2946, Kappa.
Oh, I'm getting shot.
If you had guessed me, which of the two outcomes I thought was most likely, I would not have guessed those. Yeah, that was me. I love you too. I love you, Riggs.
In 2.6 release is going to be very gameplay-y, very arcadey. It's got that Arena Commander and Star Marine, but no real exploration. I'm really looking forward to 3.0. I mean, this gives us gameplay to play as content creators. This gives me something to do on my streams, having 2.6. And a good few weeks of juicy 2.6 content on my YouTube channel. But I want to be able to do constant videos. And with 3.0 out, I can do tons of content for ages and ages and ages. Because I can just, it's all going to be, well, a lot of emergent gameplay. Stop shooting your teammates, DJ. Yeah, who cares when it's released as long as it's fun to play in the meantime. And also, you get to get better at the game effectively. As soon as it goes live release, it becomes significantly more mainstream. I do think this is going to be a massively played game. Obviously, the barriers of entry into Star Citizen are a lot higher because you're going to need a more powerful computer to run it. Like games like Dota 2 and World of Warcraft don't require a very powerful PC, so anyone can run them.
See you guys.
But Star Citizen requires a bit more of a beefy PC.
I'm mailing him. Oh, we just
you got me. You got me a hair.
Silo's so happy with that kill.
Oh, yeah, but your teammate got me back. Guys, it is not looking good.
We are in trouble.
We need to forecap.
Hey guys,
We are in serious trouble here.
All right, Anvil, I got a new plan.
Place I could
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna give anybody $10 on Team Anvil to stand up and just walk away.
And there you go. You owe.
Hey, no. I heard a mic. No.
What do you mean day one? Do you mean day 1 2.6, day 1 3.0, or day 1? Be more specific, okay, sharp, sorry. I'm confused. Thank you very much for the bits. I haven't been noticing the bits. Thank you very much, Pesmed. Very much appreciated.
Alright, with ReCaps.
So I would say that Star Citizen is just the multiplayer MMO, what a lot of people think is the main game, and for me is the main game. Squadron 42 is the single player campaign. They've taken on entirely two different routes and a life of their own. They are connected though, they're in the same universe, and your progress in Squadron 42 will affect some things for your character in Star Citizen. So.
Keep your chins up, Team Aegis. Let's congratulate them with
pass it down, pass it down, pass it down, pass it down.
There we go.
Congratulations to
fantastic. Congratulations
on
to Team
your
Anvil
win.
for
I'm
winning
sure
the
it
overall
means a
tournament,
lot to you.
75 points to 50.
I hate them. Love Star Marine.
Not yet.
Not yet, says Chris in the background.
We are. All right. Congratulations to.
Look at these guys, losers. These fucking losers.
Now, how's it going? Chris, when we talked about this earlier today, did I not tell you that Star Marine was where Team Anvil was really going to shine and come back?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Twerk, just casually sitting next to Chris Roberts, mate.
You know what? I am happy for your team. I think you guys fought well, and this is not the end. This is not the end of this.
This is not the end.
No, this is just the beginning.
This is quite honestly, we are going to be playing a lot more Star Marine.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
So DJ,
see, Twerk, you can. So this is what Twerk thought of 2.6. Look how fucking happy he is. He's not just happy to be there, and obviously he loves Chris, and he's happy to be with all the guys at CIG. But he really enjoyed that. He really enjoyed that gameplay. They played a load off stream as well.
What you think, man?
Every time I get to shoot, I thought that was Twerk. Where's
over there? If you're going to touch Chris Roberts, please please wear gloves.
It's a good day. But no, it's absolutely an honor to be here. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to be one of the first community members to even play Star Marine. I know I'm not the only person that has been amped for it for a good long time, so it feels awesome. I like the feel of it. It's fast-paced, but you still can work together as a team.
Yeah.
If the whole
One day, CIG will invite me there.
Yeah.
Obviously, they say no drinking board on the stream. Don't say fuck or bugger. One of the other British colloquialisms.
And it's much easier than trying to cut two different viewpoints in a stream. So watching the stream, I don't think it sort of it relayed quite as fun or smooth as
This
it
is where Twerk blew it.
between these different viewpoints. And of course,
No, Twerk is a humble guy. He's not he's not like he's not pushy. He's nice. He's a feel-good streamer, like DJ Knight is. You feel good when you watch them.
So you could kind of see how the battle goes. But I have to say, yeah, watching.
He just has respect for them.
Watching the matches from
I'd be a dick. I'd be like, hey, Chris. Good game, mate. Why weren't you playing? Just one-on-one? One-on-one mid-break? Come on, let's do that now.
Not too fast-paced. So, you know, in terms of, you know, you have an opportunity to react when someone's shooting you and catching you, and it's, you know, it's not Call of Duty constantly moving like this, and then bam, you're dead and you respawn. And it's kind of fun with the control mode. So, you know, we have another map that we didn't show here that will be on 2.6, which is Echo 11, which is a big sort of asteroid base that's been taken over by outlaws. So that'll be fun for people to check out. And
yeah, what would you have asked him, Itachi? What would you have asked Chris?
It's running.
So we are awaiting the holiday live stream for Friday 16th. We're going to see alien race stuff. We're going to see a new concept ship. There's going to be a sail. 2.6 gameplay, maybe Squadron 42 vertical slice, maybe 3.0 gameplay, maybe some future stuff.
There's a lot of little sort of
maybe more reveals for Squadron 42.
Over later releases.
Last year we had Gimli, didn't we?
Still more stuff like on the FPS. There's some moves that we don't have in here, like being able to slide and do some mantling and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I think it's a really good foundation, and also having that game mode is great to, just because it's hard if you're in Crusader. It's like, oh, let's go to Korea and see if someone shows up or doesn't show up, and here you can just get in and say, let's have fun. And I think I mentioned on a ATV a few weeks ago, me and Aaron and Tony and Pappy when I was in Germany about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
One day you get invited there. I'll get invited there too one day, bro.
Had more bugs and didn't have some of the UI feedback and the stuff that's in this, and we still had a lot of fun. There was some tension with, and we're going to count down and we're going to hold this place. So there was,
you don't need to buy any of the ships on concept sale or in sales. You just need that game package. That's all you need. Get everything in game. Says the man with thousands of dollars in the game. No.
It's cool. So I'm so and that I would say is the big thing that we've been trying for 2.6, which I hope people will appreciate.
I like these flourish t-shirts.
Shared the internal schedule today, so that went out on Letter for Chairman. It's on the website, so you check it out and you'll see we're going to be updating that weekly. And
how many frames am I getting in 2.5?
Project and Jira.
So I get it up to 144 when I fuck around with settings in like Arena Commander. In the PU, I get between 40 and 60 very regularly, constantly. Normally in the upper end of that, which people can't believe. But I've got that guide, haven't I? Have a look at this guide. Actually, I've done a preparation for 2.6 guide, which may be helpful to a lot of you. And you can discuss it and go, I don't like this idea. Let's watch that now. Let's watch that now. That is a good shout. Let's bring up that performance guide as well. So this is the performance guide. Bam. Resources, performance. But this website's changing very soon, hopefully. But it will host a load of guides, tutorials, meta, wiki stuff. Kind of your one-stop shop for Star Citizen information. For useful stuff, anyway. So we've got this performance guide, which literally looks through all the stuff you can do to your PC. It goes through user.cfgs, talks about some hardware and general stuff, talks about getting drivers, talks about programs you can use to improve your ping, to improve your CPU, to get shitty computers running it, all that sort of jazz. But we've also done a 2.6 prep guide. So I'll bring it over now. Lots of useful stuff, thank you. So let's fucking just bring it up as a fucking video. Hey guys, and welcome to some more Star Citizen with 2.6 on the horizon. I thought I'd get some quick preparation guides of some improvements, optimizations and tips that you can do to get ready for 2.6 and to have a better Star Citizen experience for when it goes to the wider PTU and then onto the live build. I've linked to an article with all of the links and download locations discussed below. Feel free to skip over any parts that aren't relevant to you. PTU invites. So the PTU invites come in waves. You'll receive an email once the PTU access has been given to you based on what wave you're in. But they may also release it at some point to everyone. Pretend I'm talking.
Saying the PTU is like public PTU via the RSI website, possibly via email. With PTU builds, you do have to copy it over to your live account. So you do this via the Star Citizen launcher. You literally just click on copy account. Now remember, the PTU is extra buggy, and participation in the issue council, reporting bugs, contributing to what issues should be fixed, and reproducing bugs will get you earlier access to PTU waves in the future. And in some cases, if you are very, very participatory, we'll get you an invite to the Evocati early test flight group. It's normally around 30 gigabytes of space for a live build and for a test build individually.
I'm listening to myself on a video.
New flight balance. So
it's crazy.
Ship flight balance and weapons have all changed in 2.6. So you're going to have to learn to fly again, learn to fight again effectively. I'll chuck up a quick
quick start guide, as it were, as soon as 2.6 is no longer on NDA. But basically, ship speeds have halved. Afterburner is used by pressing shift, and it will take your ship up to cruise speed, and basically cruise speeds have been merged into your standard flight model. So cruise speed as a selectable mode does no longer exist. You press shift to get up to the speed you want, and then release it, and that keeps you at that speed, even while in combat. But it does cost you boost or afterburn fuel, which will be used while you're at those higher speeds. Now, boost can be used simultaneously to afterburner, and boost... So I go through the flight mechanics, I talk about that, and we'll go through the rest of the video in a second. So there's a post here as well. This goes through a list of stuff that you might want to do to prepare yourself for 2.6, including making the game look prettier, downloading the latest drivers, getting your mouse set up properly, talking about the new flight mechanics, talking about the new stuff that's going to be in, and talking about participating with the issue council, and all the links are provided as well. Let me link that for you. After we finish watching that video, we'll talk for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go host someone that's online. There's a German guy called Synced Gaming TV who was teaching me some German the other day, who is a English and German streamer, and he does a lot of Star Citizen at the moment, and I really like him. So we might host him if there's no Redacted members online, such as Twerk Matachi and all that jazz. What time are you streaming, Matachi? Are you streaming today? I'm assuming you're streaming today. You always normally do. Always normally do. I'm not good with English words today. Overcharges your thrusters for extra maneuverability. 1 second, 2 second bio. X key. That's no longer. You're in charge, chair. Like good chair. You can do both simultaneously, which you'll get to use when you do racing or combat for like high speed maneuvers. Weapons have all changed too. You will want to grab the latest stats for them to help you out. I'll put some meta builds and stuff as soon as we're able to. But if you go to StarCitizenDB.com, as soon as that 2.6 PTU goes live, there should be Magalos there ripping all of the XML files and getting some good weapon stats down there as well. That is a very useful Star Citizen database. But forget everything that you know about dogfighting. You're going to have to learn to fly again. Star Marine's in too. Now, having your mouse and gamepad set up correctly with the right DPI and sensitivity has never been so important. We'll get breakdowns of the maps for the first-person shooter levels, Damien and Echo 11, like we've done previously with the Korea level. But something important to remember there is that if you're playing objective-based modes with Star Marine, which is what a lot of it is, it's a lot of point capture, make sure that you play to win. Play to capture those points. It's a team game. Team to win. Go team. Also, any Alpha UEC that you have earned or items that you've bought with Alpha UEC in the Persistent universe, this is basically mostly cosmetics and first-person shooter weapons. With the release of 2.6 live, will wipe everything, and obviously on the PT you won't have your items there. So it's not going to take you too long to grab enough Alpha UEC to buy them again. There might be some new items as well. You're going to have to do missions or scavenging in the Persistent universe to grab that Alpha UEC, but there are some new missions. There's the ICC line of missions, which has some more content, and a hidden one as well. There's also lots of new wrecks around Yella and that sort of stuff, and Yella's new asteroid field for you to explore. I'll update ways of making money and the quickest way of doing it as soon as the PT goes to a wider build, and I'll link some other bits and bobs in the description below for you to look at in the meantime. Now, some more slightly technical things, I suppose. Download the latest graphics card drivers. So you want to download the most basic and latest drivers that you can for your graphics cards. I'll put links to the latest GeForce and AMD drivers as of time of recording on the 9th of December. Some of these drivers are actually pretty damn good for Star Citizen and CryEngine games in general. Yeah, these latest ones are pretty good. There's also a couple of ways you can overclock your cards with Clock Blocker for AMD and MSI Afterburner for NVIDIA cards. You're going to have to do a bit of Google research though, type in Google overclocking and then the name of your graphics card to get some more information about exactly what you can push your graphics card to without exploding. Other drivers for your motherboard, chipset and audio and all that jazz can be found on the appropriate manufacturer's website. There are also programs like Driver Booster that auto update all of your drivers for those of you that are inclined to do a less manual approach, but that's going to be down to personal preference. I know some people don't like programs like that, but I would always manually install your graphics drivers, the latest ones that you can find. Zenthor's Reshade. So Zenthor made a Reshade pack, and the one for 2.5 is pretty good. I still use it. It improves the vividness of colours and lighting, amongst other things. It's worth considering adding to your Star Citizen experience with that. It's super easy to install. You literally just drag and drop the files into your Star Citizen folder. And for me, I think it looks great. It really improves the vividness and kind of sharpness of it. Image. Yeah, I very much like that. Performance in general. There's a in-depth performance guide that I've written that covers a lot of what I've discussed here so far, but also goes into some other details. Now, for me, you really want to install Star Citizen space on your SSD drive or on an SSD drive, then do that. Network improvements in general. With Star Marine and Arena Commander especially, you're going to want your ping to be as low as possible. The closer you are to the Star Citizen servers at the moment, the lower your ping is going to be. But that will be changing in the future, obviously, when they get more servers around the globe, or when they do Black Fiber stuff, or whatever they're going to be doing for the Star Citizen servers. Now, there are a few things that you could do to shave off at least a little bit off your ping. I use a program called TCP Optimizer, which has helped me a lot with 2.5 in Arena Commander. Some of you people might also suggest using VPNs to obtain quicker connections, but this is very subjective to your situations, and you'll have to research that kind of on a case-by-case basis. User.cfg, so you can change a load of Star Citizen settings with your user.cfg that you wouldn't be able to change otherwise. It's not recommended to use them in the PTUs, or the public test universe tests, as it were, as they can cause issues and crashes, and then reporting those can like skew the reports because you're using a user. Sorry. I got distracted by my fucking huge cat. The cat is like dog-sized. And I love him. Fucking love my cat.
Just minimal changes like turning off
It's
motion
not euphemism.
blur and bloom. All I recommend. But with the live builds, there's loads you can do. You can set your resolution. You can set your max frame rate. You can turn off motion blur. You can set lots of different controls and lots of different stuff in the Star Citizen. There's a fully in-depth guide.
Yeah, so with 2.6, thank you so much for the bits. Much appreciated. Wow, one of the big bits missed. Thank you. Very much appreciated. I used to think when I was watching that bits missing the cup meant you didn't get them. That's not the case. Yeah, so when 2.6 goes live and the new website goes live, I'm going to be doing lots more meta content. I'm going to be looking at all the stuff that you can do to improve Star Citizen experience, and whether it's user.cfgs, whether it's reshade packs, whatever we can do. We'll look at all the different ways, gadgets to do, little weird settings, bug fixes. We'll have our own little common bug fix little area. You can come in and maybe search for, I've got this bug. This is the guide to it. So I want to be able to have that service, because I don't feel that anyone else really does that. And CIG stuff's quite just all over the place with that, because there's no signposting to certain areas when you're in the forums. So that I maintain regularly on the Redacted. Thank you very much, Brimstone. Very much appreciated.
Updating for when 2.6 comes live, but a lot of the old settings will obviously still work.
Obviously, the chair hasn't played. The chair doesn't have an Evocati account, and that's why I have to block its view when I'm doing Evocati-based stuff. Thank you very much for the cheer, CitizenCon.
You can just pretty much use them out of the
box. Woo! Cheer, motherfucker! So should I do that every time?
That sort of thing. Rec. So you can use rec or rental equipment credits to rent ships and weapons. This isn't going to be wiped between builds. Every time you do this, you'll get 7.
Thank you very much, Crom.
For
even more. Thank you.
Every time you basically log into your Arena Commander or Star Marine.
Woo! Cheer, motherfucker!
So playing Arena Commander or Star Marine will earn you rec. At first, grab yourself weapons and ships that will aid you in earning rec, so you'll normally earn them for more points that you get, and you're going to be able to race, PvE fight Vandal and Pirates co-op or whatever, FPS murder, PvP dogfight to get some of that delicious rental equipment creditiveness. Each time hopefully learning more about combat, and even if you do awfully, you will at least gain some rec. Go to robertspaceindustriescom/electronic-access.
Thank you very much, Evus.
Spend your rec and click on the top right of the screen to see how much rec you have left to spend. It is worth using it, and it's worth using it to try out ships, try out weapons, and then get those builds that allow you to earn more rec. Upgrading your PC. So if people are considering upgrading your PC, I always do it short bursts of upgrading, and then consider upgrading once every like 2 years, just a little bits of money.
Yeah.
I love
18 months. Thank you very much, Bite Marks. Thank you so much.
Just the cheapest model I can find for it. It seems to allow Star Citizen to shine when you're talking about 1080p resolution and like the max settings there. Again, I've done much more in-depth looks at upgrading, which I will link, because it is case-by-case basis, based on your budget, based on exactly what you want from it, and do you want 1440p, do you want 4K, and that sort of stuff. And that's kind of really it. 2.6 will be adding a lot for Arena Commander, and obviously...
Well, that is kind of really it. He's quite correct. He's very wise, that board gamer. So, what we're going to do... we can talk in a second if you want, Matachi. That's a good shout. I'll jump in after the stream. What I'm going to do now is I am going to launch a 30-second commercial, and then we're going to go and host this gentleman. Assuming no one else is online. Let's have a look. We are going to host this gentleman here. Oh no, wrong thing to show. A bit of Synced Gaming TV. He is a English and German streamer, and he was teaching me a little bit German the other day. He's quite he enjoys the game quite a lot. He's quite a funny dude. He's very nice. So we're gonna watch a thingamajig, and then we're gonna host this bad boy. Thank you so much for joining me. So we're streaming again on Tuesday from 3 PM GMT, the same time we started today. We will be looking at doing something for the holiday live stream on Friday the 16th. We'll do we'll start at least an hour before and go on to at least an hour afterwards, and we'll see if Matachi and Saurus and Twerk want to do something or whatever. I might join with them, otherwise I'll do my own thing. I'll have to see exactly what people want to do. But I love you guys. Oh, the raffle! The raffle, of course. We're going to close the raffle. I'll give you guys a few seconds to join that raffle and sip some tea. A couple of people messaging me from last week's raffle that I haven't sent prizes to. I will send them out after. I'm going to have a nap, and then I will send them out after that. But I'll leave Twitch open so I know. If you do win this raffle, then I want you to message me immediately saying, I have won a HCS Force Pack and a piece of Hanger Flare. And I'll see what Hanger Flare I've got, and you can might be able to choose, or I might just get some fucking Hanger Flare. Go, oh, I didn't want that Hanger Flare, I've already got it. Go, fuck you! And it'll be fine. It'll be good. You'll like it. How do I raffle? Right. Oh. And the holiday stream is pegged to start at 7 PM GMT on Friday. So just keep that in mind. Should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. Waffles are good. I'm going to close that waffle. Sorry if you didn't get in. Let's draw that waffle. And let us announce the winner in chat. So, are you in chat, winner? Are you there? Tell us if you're there. Tell us if you're there. Oh, fucking fucking draw. I feel a lot better, thanks. It's just my throat hurts still. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. See the viewer list? You can even see it, the Z. He's in the viewers list. Can you not see the winner is? Did you not announce him? It's this guy. Winner Zanetsuzuzu. Oh. Well, let me show you what I'm saying. So you know I'm not lying. Thank you very much for the host, but we are gonna go host some other person in a second. So this is what it says. I clicked on that now. See? Is he here? Is Zanetsuzu here? Come on. Come on, Zanetsuzu. Oh. Well. Can't see him saying anything. I'm gonna redraw. Bam. There we go. Squadron Gunthra, you there? My bot actually announced that time, didn't he? He's here, hooray! Fantastic. Can you message me now, Scaring Gunter, and just say, I've won the HS voice pack and the hang flare. I'll sort you out. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Lots of stuff happening this week. As soon as 2.6 goes into wider PTU, you will see a billion content creators, or at least 4 or 5, creating lots of hangar tours for the Herald and the Caterpillar and all that sort of stuff, and combat guides for them, and then lots of gameplay, because there's lots more gameplay to be done. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. We're going to watch a very quick 60-second ad, and then we will go and watch Synced Gaming TV. But thank you very much for joining me. You guys are amazing. The Patreon support, the subscriber support, the fucking bits, they're amazing. Also, now that we can, thanks for the bits, guys, but fuck your bits! Fuck out of my cup. Fucking clean my cup, mate. Deal with that. Deal with that. That's what I think of your bits. Woo! Oh, I think there's a thing going on. So, I'm going to go host this guy. I do like him. Let's host this mother trucker. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. Kiss, kiss, kisses. How do I host him? Like this. Tricksy little hobbitses. Oh, thank you very much, Nally BG.